on day. Dreams got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and
Hello, hello, everybody. We are back with the Boosted Take. Joined to me with my co-hosts, Jose and Haz, right above me here. How we doing, boys, tonight?
Pretty good. I'm ready to get into it tonight. It's gonna be a fun day. I'm gonna talk to people who I've never spoken to in my life. And before Jose goes on, I want to say shout out our new stream director. We have AK helping us out, and so we got some beautiful new overlays. And there's a lot more coming in the future regarding the professionalism of this. So, yeah, just keep on the lookout on every week going forward.
Yeah, we got actual people working with us now instead of us three just thugging it out, doing the best we can. But I'm doing pretty good right now. We just had some good scrims with the Rochester Rhythm for MCS. I'm feeling good.
Nice, nice. Yeah, we're just, chilling for now. We're going to be looking to get some people in here for some interviews. We're going to be going up, mostly talking about CSA today. We're going to be going through just all the leagues, academy, and novice. As we know, we just finished up the grand finals yesterday. Some fantastic, just results and everything that went down yesterday. A whole bunch of game sevens, exciting stuff all around.
I
But
think
we're going to be making our way up through the ranks here, and
the craziest tournament I think of the season so far for CSA.
True.
yeah, of
It's
course.
just
I mean,
upset after upset after upset.
so many shocking twists, so many just crazy events. And then near the end of our show, we're also going to be going over our personal MVPs. We'll have Rob hop in, talking
If
about
we're
who we
both,
think
that
performed.
he might not be able to pop in.
He might not be able to pop in. False hope. But we're just going to be going through, talking about all the teams that we think, or all the players that we think did the best. I mean, if Rob doesn't pop in, we'll still probably go over
Yeah, we
our,
will still.
just because why not? But yeah, just giving AK a little bit of time here to set up the next graphic. I don't know if you're entirely ready to bring in our first man for Academy. We'll just keep talking for now. So we're going to be making our way up. Starting off with, I believe, Shriek from Academy.
If that's how we pronounce his name.
We could be.
When he joins in, we're gonna
Rick?
ask him.
Yeah, I've not talked to this man quite yet, but he seems pretty chill. He said he'd hop on. Shout out to everybody that literally less than 24 hours notice. We
Yeah.
just reached out to people, and a lot of people
Mhm.
agreed. So I'm
Yeah,
calling him
Jose-
Ricky, says Desi.
Jose and I literally like maybe I think it was in the middle of the tournament almost basically. We started DMing people and we literally DM'd every single person that we could. And we got responses immediately, so it's awesome to see
Yeah.
the community outreach for like that.
Almost everyone was down to do an interview except for a couple people who just couldn't make it. So really awesome to see
Mhm.
the community involvement, especially in CSA, made things exciting for the future.
100%.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff planned for the future. We're still looking to see what people have in mind, because we have a lot of things planned. Of course, we're always taking suggestions, so please always let us know. I believe the graphics just about ready. I don't believe he has a mic, or sorry, a camera. So we will
He does
just be on
not.
the. We'll just have some. We're trying out some new things for overlay. I think AK cooked these things up in less than an hour. So shout out to AK for really putting in the work here. Let us know if you like that. But yeah, I don't think we'll be going over stats. We have a nice little page as well for our champions. Down in
Sound
the
again.
finals, and oh my, I don't know what's going on.
He's lying.
All right,
Are
but
we are we getting
Ice
rage baited by
trolling.
Desi? Are we getting rage baited by Desi?
we might be getting rage baited. It
Oh,
might.
Nate said it's
People are
back.
saying
Nate
it's
said
back.
back.
Yeah, I
Rage
don't know
said
what's
it's
going
back.
on.
Nate said it's back.
Take him out the top 10.
Yeah, take him out the top 10. See you later, Desi.
All
All right.
I have been speaking to Shriek in the background. I think he is ready. So
He's
if
ready
we
to
do
hop
want to
in
get
here?
him in, we could hop him in. If y'all
Yeah,
are ready.
let's just drag him in here,
All right.
and there we go. We have Trick just opted in here.
What is up?
Zom stream. All right, thanks,
Okay,
Cosmic.
okay, wait.
Hello?
How do
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello, yo, yep, we can hear you.
All
Before
right.
we move on, how do we pronounce your name so we don't screw it up?
All right. So the amount of times that I've been told. So honestly, there's no right pronunciation. I just fly by with whatever anyone wants to call
Okay.
me. I think the general consensus is most people just call me Ricky. That works for
Okay.
me.
We'll call you Ricky. I
Um,
think we'll call you Ricky or Rick.
my teammates called me Swicky. Like I said, there's no right or wrong pronunciation. Well, I didn't think that it would matter that my name was what it was, but apparently it does.
Yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, welcome on in, man. I can imagine you guys are finally happy to not face the Denver Shred in those bloody quarterfinals.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, I feel kind of bad because, like, honestly, we probably would have lost to the Shred again.
I mean, you guys just did absolutely fantastic on that day. Honestly, I think either way, you guys came out on top as champions.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at the storyline for you guys made it to Major 1, but it was every single time, both Major 1 and Major 2, you guys ran into Denver Shred in the quarterfinals, and they just barely squeaked out a victory. And then they found their ways to the semifinals against the Sea Lions, who beat them every time. And the Sea Lions proceeded to the finals each and every single time. But this time, you guys finally broke them down. You guys beat out the allegations. You guys made it all the way to the finals and took down
Yeah.
the Sea Lions.
And they
What
beat
did-
my team on the way there.
Yeah, I mean, you guys had a
Yeah.
crazy run all through. So I mean, it's a little sad you guys didn't get to take down your kryptonite, but you guys did beat the Denver Shreds Kryptonite, so in a way, you kind of, I think you proved everyone wrong here. So congratulations in the first part. But what did that feel like, taking down just a team that had felt so overwhelmingly? I really did not see any way that they lost. I mean, they had two players on the All Stars. Like, they had two All Stars on their team. They looked absolutely disgusting all season long. But you guys showed up and took them down. What did that feel like going through that series?
So honestly, maybe this is me being a little cocky. I always felt like I was one of the best players in my tier, and
Ooh.
I've always felt like that we could win. It's just like I wasn't always playing on top of it, or one of my teammates weren't. But yesterday, it just seemed like we were all on it, and we were able to just challenge for each other, and it made it super easy to score.
So it's like almost like the stars align for you.
Oh yeah,
Just
pretty
like-
much.
just like
I've
those,
always thought
one-
that we.
that kind of day.
Yeah, I've
They-
always felt
guys,
like we
guys
were a top
on,
3
didn't have
team.
to play the Denver Shred. It was just like it's written in
Yeah,
the
were there like
stars.
any conversations around
Uh,
playing Denver Shred?
Yeah, we had plenty. There, because we got to pick who we faced the playoffs. We're like anyone but Denver. that's quite literally what we said. We said anyone but Denver. We'll face them when we have to, not before then.
That is a fair response.
That is pretty funny. But I mean, when you guys saw that you were on the opposite side of the bracket from them, did you guys just know, yeah, we're going to the finals? Or were there any other teams that you thought could stack up and maybe take you guys down? Or was it pretty smooth sailing in your guys' mind? Like, did you have any other strategies? What was in general going through your guys' head?
Honestly, I was just curious to play both teams because, like it was said on stream, we've never actually like played either team with both of our full rosters. Actually, in week 5, we played both teams, and we played with a sub, and it was a sub that was like 600 MMR below everyone else in the lobby, and it
wow.
did not go well.
Oh wow, damn! I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So I always thought that it would be like competitive matches, but I wasn't sure if like we'd win or lose. But I always thought that there was a good chance. I always thought we were a top 3 team in the league.
Valid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys were the 3 seed going into it, so obviously a top 3 team for a reason.
Hmm. I think.
And I was just gonna say we were told. There was like a running joke that Milwaukee was on fraud watch because whenever it mattered, we'd lose.
You guys definitely beat the allegations.
Yeah, you beat the allegations.
I mean, did that play into your mindset at all, especially going on?
oh
to
my,
the finals,
oh
like...
my heart just broke with the clip that just played on the screen. Oh my god, the plot armor, the Denver plot armor.
No, it didn't really weigh on my minds. Honestly, like my mindset going into the Toronto match was, oh, I just want to beat Stick. I want to ruin his day.
my goat.
That's pretty.
I mean, speaking about beating teams, like, how did go into like, you obviously beat my team pretty handedly. Like, there wasn't really having to like stay confident in that series. You guys I was watching it. You guys kind of just took control and owned them. But in that San Diego series, you guys went to 7. So like, how did you guys like not crumble under the pressure of like since everyone was calling you frauds and like trying to beat the allegations? Was that like stuff in your mind?
Honestly, we did kind of like crumble. Like if we had played how we played against Toronto, I don't think it would have been a very close series, but we definitely played nervous for the first 2 games. And that showed because we dropped both and weren't really scoring.
So like,
then
going into that game 3, what did you guys like change or mix up then? Was there anything like risky that like
I quite literally I pretty much told my teammates how it was. Like we weren't challenging for each other in the midfield, giving them too much space. And I told them that when I'm first man, I'm going to be rotating back as soon as I can no longer make a play on the ball. So for the second man to not play scared and just challenge the ball, and it made our rotations and our scoring opportunities a lot better.
Yeah, valid. That is.
Any other like additional thoughts behind your team and you guys, since you said you didn't play the San Diego Sea Lions beforehand, and it was like your first time playing their full roster? Was there like any strategy behind playing them since you guys hadn't played them before, or what was it like going into that match?
I mean, there was really no strategy. It was more so just if we could, like, play well together. Like, it never
Play
in
your
any of
game.
our series. It's never felt like we were just outclassed in any series. So if we played our game, we always thought we could win.
Yeah, that's valid.
Makes
And
sense.
one thing about playing your game, so I mean, there are sometimes teams that just are so unbelievably good where you can't play your game.
Mhm.
Was there ever at any point in the season a team that you felt like were your rivals, a team that you could never be? Obviously, the Denver Shred had a good record against you guys, but I mean, just looking at your run through the major, I mean, you took down Buffalo Bandicoots in 6, you took down Toronto in 5, and then you took down the Sea Lions in 7. But you said you weren't. You said if you felt like you were playing as well as you were in the previous series, you would have swept them. So, along the entire season, was there a team you would say were your rivals that you would struggle the most against to play your style, or were you just better?
Is
Were you a cut above?
so honestly, there's one player, and it was our Stevie. That man is a demo monster. Like, he was spawn demoing me
Evil
over and over
player.
and over again. I was losing it.
Bro would not survive in a
Pretty
lobby
funny.
with Napier or Clash.
Oh,
Oh,
those
no,
no.
no. That's pretty fun.
I mean,
What
it's
team
not like
what team was
Osprey.
he on?
Napier?
I'm trying to think.
No,
Oh,
no,
the other guy. Stevie?
the
I-
rival Stevie.
I
What's
would love
don't
to-
remember.
And
Our
you didn't
Stevie?
did you play them in your run? I could find it here really quickly.
I think so. He might have been our quarterfinal matchup. All I
The
know is I was
Bandicoots?
like,
Bandicoots.
Yeah.
Bandicoots.
yeah. All I know is, like, for one of the games in particular, I swear I was on the demo screen for at least a minute.
I
Oh,
can imagine.
nah.
I mean,
oh, nah.
now that you guys have like won, and especially for you, since like you said you thought you were the top 3 player in your tier, do you think like this will change how people see you, like and perceive you as a player now, going into the
I mean-
academy next season, or even potentially
Yeah.
move you up to novice now because you've won?
So I didn't play in any of the combines or anything last year. I was too busy with work and stuff. And honestly, I'm like, if I get drafted at all, I know I'm gonna be low, and I just gotta prove myself that I deserve to be higher. And I think I've done that at this point. So I do think that it'll make me look more favorably next season. And obviously, Flair's not gonna be a GM next season, so
Mhm.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
There's a few new GMs coming in here, no ball, so like I'm in.
True.
Jose's trying. I think Jose's trying too.
Oh, those who know. But I
those
think
who
I
know.
think
Trying.
I think either way, just people know your name now. Now that you've got, I mean, you are the first. I mean, you are on the team that it won Academy Season 1 for CSA. You
Yeah.
will forever be remembered now in
You are in the
CSA
history books.
as a champion, which is that's just a pretty cool feeling. I mean, I bet they're going to get tags at some point for all the players, but just being a part of the history for CSA, I mean, you will be remembered, and you're definitely going to go higher next season. There's absolutely no
Yeah.
way you don't.
Hey, he's definitely at least gonna get drafted.
That's for sure. That is 100% for certain. But I mean, that's just exciting to look forward to. And going into next season, I mean, there's just going to be so many exciting things that happen next season. Are you excited for one thing for certain next season? Are you just like wanting to get on a team, or are you trying to build I mean, to be fair, we literally just ended the season. We're going into the off season. It's going to be a couple months, but going into next season, are you trying to? Do you have a duo in mind? Do you want to maybe try forming the boys back together, even though it might be impossible? Do you have any plans so far for next season?
Honestly, I'm just curious to see what happens. I don't really have any idea what's going to be happening next season. I'm just curious to see how it plays out. And I mean, I thought it was pretty cool to, be considered one of the All-Stars and then also win the entire season. I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
that was pretty cool. When I came into this, I was not expecting that. So it's a nice
How did you do in the
surprise.
All-Star match? Did you guys finish your team win?
We lost 3-2. But it was
to
close.
my,
Okay.
oh, you lost to my boy Stick.
Oh,
I
Don't
did.
talk-
So I
don't
I
talk
had to
about
get
that.
revenge.
Yeah.
I had to get revenge.
That's my AGM. That's my AGM. That's my AGM.
Fire. Well,
But like now that like your season's over, we're in the off season. It's kind of like this is where you got to put your head down and grind. Is there like a part of your game that you're gonna want to try and like work on the
On
most
it-
at all?
Honestly, it's my shooting. When I was playing with Penguin and those guys for novice. Like beforehand, I told them I can set up plays, I just can't score them. So I got to work on my shooting a little bit, but other than that, I think just got to brush up on some things here and there.
That's valid. I mean, going into next season, there's going to be. You said you didn't show up for any combines next season, but I hope to be seeing you there. We're going to be having some Zombines all season long, or all off season. So hopefully we can get you in there. I think I'm just about done with questions. Do you guys have any last remarks here for Ricky?
I'll say the last question, unless Jose's got one before me.
No, you got it. Go ahead. I got no further questions.
I mean, before we move on to our novice stage, like I'm gonna say this to everyone. I'm gonna ask everyone. Is there like any like people you want to like just give a shout out to? Any people here? Maybe not watching the stream, but like people who have helped support you and helped you like allowed you to grind the game as much as you want to and stuff like that. Motivations.
Yeah. There's a few. Obviously, want to shout out Hustle, great captain. It allowed me to not have to upload replays to ball chasing because that is not for me. I appreciate Hustle for that. I appreciate Tweakin for he had a crazy work schedule and I know it was hard for him to get here some days. So the fact that he literally took time off work yesterday to make sure that he could play. So I appreciate him for that because it would have sucked to have to go in playing with the sub where you have no chemistry and it would have been much harder.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously I gotta thank Wi-Fi, our biggest supporter. He actually subbed for us once, and so I appreciate him for that as well. Gotta shout out the love for Wi-Fi. That's about it.
Yeah, well, yeah, we appreciate your time, Mr. Ricky.
Ricky, you were an absolute fantastic first guest for us. I mean, you just let the questions roll. I appreciate you. You were very easy to talk to, especially for this. Basically, I mean, I don't think I've ever talked to you before. You said you didn't play Combine, so I mean, thank you for being such a fantastic guest. I have no further questions, but I appreciate your time and shout out you for being on such short notice. I wish you the best of luck for the seasons to come, and congratulations once again.
I better see this man getting drafted top 5 in Academy next season.
Oh, GG. Have yourself a wonderful night. Have yourself a wonderful night, brother.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
What a goat.
All right. What a guy. None of us have never spoken to him in our life, and he's
that guy was chill, dude. I love that guy.
I could feel the smile on his face.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to be happy after having I mean, that's just the perfect way for CSA. I mean, season 1, Infinite Aura.
Too.
Oh yeah, I was going back to rewatch some of the while I was getting the clips, and I mean, he was just looking like a different beast out there. Him and his team, going up against really one of the most disgusting teams as well. Flo, we see you in the Twitch chat. Hello there. But yeah, we're just gonna bring up the champion screen one more time so we can bring our congratulations one last time to the Milwaukee Vortex. We'll throw it on here.
Those goats, Hustle, Tweaking, and Mr. Ricky.
Yeah, that is their little bit of a screenshot right there. Shout out once again to the boys, and thank you, Ricky, for hopping on here. Appreciate you.
AK, are we good to bring in Desi and Spooky yet, or do you still need a little bit of time?
Yeah, we'll just talk about what we're getting into next. So appreciate everyone for singing around. What's up?
Actually, I want to.
I don't know if Rob's even gonna hop in.
Rob can't hop in. I don't think.
I mean, we could just show it now.
Yeah,
why not? I mean,
we can. I mean, we'll reveal each tier at a time.
Yeah, Jose, do you want to do one tier? Yeah, let's go over MVPs for Academy. Why not? Let's do it.
AK, if you can zoom out a little bit, if you're able, on the stream.
Yeah, and then we are going to be No, that's not what the stream looks like. And then so what we're going to be doing now, we're going to be bringing in Desi and Spooky here pretty soon. Going to be talking with them. Pretty much the same thing, just with each tier moving our way up. And I guess we could talk about who we're going to have on for each segment, I guess, while we wait as the graphic.
We can hype up this Rochester team. They've been absolutely dominating the whole time, with Desi being just the clear best player by like CSR by like a mile.
Yeah, he has been completely dominating this entire season.
They won everything but Major 1, right?
It was their only slip up. Only slip up.
I mean, we can also talk about how Powers franchise would not be an 8 if it wasn't for this juggernaut of a
Alright.
novice team. They
He also,
are.
had he also had a very good professional team. You do not sleep. I mean, his
His-
professional team
I'm
literally
s-
made
okay,
finals.
I'm not sleeping on his professional team, but in comparison to his novice team had almost 60 more points than the professional team.
Yeah,
Like
They won
the
events.
novice team had 132 points.
that's
I think
true.
that's the
All right, we're going to be transitioning to. Thank you, AK, once again for making these fantastic transition screens and graphics. Just running the stream in general. Taking one thing off our plate, making sure the audio is going through. It totally is. So here are our MVPs. We can scroll through this to find. So we have all of our tiers.
I'll
I'm
reveal,
get-
our, I'll
are you
reveal
on
our
ours?
academy ones. You need to
Yeah,
tell me
let's-
when
let's-
to reveal our academies.
Let's just go down the
What
list for
are
our
our
academies, and what can I say? What can I say? Can we scroll down and up and down at AK? So I mean, my personal MVP was the thickest stick. It was between him for me and Mosey, but I had it as the thickest stick basically all season long. He's been so dominant. Even in the All-Star match, he looked fantastic. But finally, he met his match here, and he just could not quite get it done on the last day. But he still got top 4. I still think that is fantastic.
That's still a
Nothing
great
to
result.
Yeah, it's still a fantastic result. He had fantastic results all season long, and I think as an individual performance, I think he stood out for my MVP. But there were quite a few players to debate about, so we can look at Haz's choice right
For
here.
me, as much as I love Stick, my goat, my new AGM,
Yeah, you just slammed your AGM.
I just can't, like, it's just, I think it's undisputed that San Diego made the finals, and like Mossy is the cornerstone of that team. If they don't have Mossy, I don't think they are good as they are. Mossy, they have made all 3 championships in Major 1, Major 2, and playoffs. They have they lost in a game 7 in the first one, beat Toronto in 6 in the second one, and then lost in 7 to this new juggernaut of a team of Milwaukee. Just took down everyone who stepped in front of them. So I think it's kind of like undisputed. He also had he averaged like 480 points a game or 450, somewhere around that range. It was just disgusting.
Yeah, he was the only other player I was thinking about, but I think a stick for so long I couldn't just take him down just because he didn't get top 4 or I mean he got top 4. I could not. So I think Mozzie definitely deserves to be here for sure.
Yeah, he has a good shot.
He is
And then we
definitely a
can talk about yours.
fantastic shout.
Scroll down a little bit. We can talk about Jose's.
I mean, all the same points. I also had the thickest stick. All of the same points that Zom said. He's just been an insane player for that Toronto team for this whole season. Does it not show my list?
For some reason, it's not scrolling down, but
We can.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why that's not popping up or scrolling down. Everybody,
But
I
you
am
can just
so sorry,
imagine where
but
it says hose list and then the thickest stick.
that's true. Yeah, I don't know why it's tweaking out right now. Did you have it frozen? He's just trying just a slight technicality difficulty, but I mean those are our MVPs. Luckily, I mean Jose had the same guy as me, but we'll get it fixed for novice hopefully. Yeah, I don't know what to say, AK. It's just not working for some reason, but we'll just continue on to novice. No, we'll leave Rob's alone. We'll leave Rob's alone.
Yeah, we'll leave Rob's alone. I'll drag in Desi and Spooky now. All right, Spooky. Okay.
There they are. There we are. We have Desi and Spooky in the call now.
I know they have cams. Both or Desi doesn't have a cam, but Spooky is a cam.
Spooky's got a cam. Let's go.
Spooky cam.
Spooky cam.
So we're gonna be getting him in the video. I don't know if does he have the link, everybody? Does he have the link?
Yeah, I'm already in there.
He's already in there. He's already in there. That's on me. Well, welcome in, boys, and congratulations. You guys had a completely dominant season. No surprise to see you guys here, but I mean, were there any doubts at any point in the season for you guys? Or at least yesterday?
No, not at all.
132 point season. I think it's the most points in the CSA history.
We were only 12 off from the perfect season, damn it.
15-0. Wow, I didn't even see that.
Oh my god.
That is it is just the most dominant team CSA has ever had.
That's insane.
And you guys get to go down in history as Rochester, you guys Rochester champs, novice champs, just complete domination. Congratulations. I don't really know what else to say other than congratulations. I mean, you guys dominated all season long, almost a perfect season.
Yeah, you
crying
guys can
out
say to
loud.
yourselves, you guys carried this franchise. You guys can say that.
We
Yeah,
can't
just a
take all
little
the
bit.
credit. Professional did their part too.
Professional did do their
course.
part, but you guys had 50 more points than them.
Yeah.
I will say, I mean, you can go, Jose, but I will say throughout. I mean, I'm just gonna go now. Throughout the whole season, I mean, you guys hardly had any competition, but I will say, the most or the closest series I've seen from you guys all season long was in that semifinals. What was happening in that semifinals against that Buffalo Bandicoots? Because genuinely, for quite a while there, I thought you guys were about to lose, and then all of a sudden you guys just started popping off. But what was going on in that series?
Spooky, you can take this one.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't really have a scrim lined up, so we scrimmed Power, Melon, and who
Fighter
else?
Vet.
I don't, Fighter Vet. And it went all right, but Napier hasn't been playing the game for like the last 3 weeks. So I think he's kind of cold. But
has he been on that rematch grind?
no, he's just like out of school right now, so he's just chilling.
Fair enough.
Been at the
But-
casino too much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a casino. I mean,
Oh no.
I mean, this off draft, you guys. I mean, I don't even know how you guys possibly got assembled off draft. Going forward in CSA, is there any chance you think one of you guys could fall to make a crazy power, like a crazy team like this ever again, or you guys are too well known now, this will never happen again? I mean, I'm expecting almost all of you guys to be moving up to the next league. I would be
Yeah.
surprised to not see that, but I mean, what are expectations?
So
Well,
So I think since we're moving up to professional, there's a higher chance that at least two of us could get on a team together. I don't know if it'll ever be as dominant as this again, though. I mean, we were 12 points off of a completely perfect season. Like, I don't know how you could replicate that ever again.
What did you
This
guys?
was
Was it the
lightning in a
second
bottle.
major that didn't lead to that?
Yeah,
led to that?
the second major.
no, it was first.
Or the first major semifinals we lost. So
Okay.
My goodness,
that
still
was a
insane.
little rough.
What happened there? Who'd you guys fall to?
Shoot.
Yeah. it doesn't show
We,
my
we, we,
sheet.
we played against Challenger Chicken. If you guys are familiar with that. Yeah,
Oh,
nah,
Our
Premier
I
Chicken,
do remember
yeah.
that now.
Guys,
Chicken,
I
and then they
know
dropped
about
him
Premier-
1 week later, bro.
I know
Challenger
about
Chicken.
Challenger Chicken. I know about Challenger Chicken.
Yeah,
lot.
that guy showed up that day and he might have peaked all over us, and it was not
Yeah.
good. To answer
Tell
your
me
other
about it, tell
question,
me about
though,
it.
before I get to that, to answer your other question about how we came together as a team, it actually wasn't the original plan. Spooky wasn't the round one originally; it was Ender Dude, but he wasn't playing in the league, so they drafted Spooky, and the rest is history with that. But with
Yeah.
Chicken, man, this guy was looking different. I swear, he was looking like Takeover out there, like everything.
Takeover out there.
Takeover fake after
Wait,
takeover fake.
so when you saw Chicken get dropped from that roster, was it like a shining light, like a prophecy from the Lord himself? Like you just knew it was over. Like the
I mean,
only player that was competing was gone.
mean,
now.
We kind of made them drop Chicken because we beat them in the regular season after the major, and then they dropped Chicken, and I think Seer tweaked and then dropped Mountain Drew. So, yeah, it's not the only team we made tweak after beating them. Like I think Baited Blay retired
Bay.
right after we swept them. Like every team was just dropping players after we beat them.
that was after we
You're actually
perfect.
like
It was a
Empire,
perfect
bro.
sweep. It was a
Yeah,
perfect sweep, no goals.
yeah.
Brutal, absolutely brutal. Just taking names, taking no prisoners all season long. Absolutely no competition. Almost a perfect season. I mean, what else could you want from this season? I mean, now you guys are going down in history for CSA. I mean, that's going to be very
The most-
exciting.
The most dominant team of all time.
Yeah, the most dominant team of all. This is basically just. This was supposed to be like the interview, but this is just the glazing session, actually.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
genuinely think, like,
I mean,
honest to God, it is genuinely going to be hard to beat your record.
What do you mean genuinely hard? It's
It'll
just
be like
damn near
borderline
impossible.
impossible.
You
It is
have to
damn near
win.
impossible.
You have to win a semifinal match and a grand final match. That's the only difference
That's insane.
in
yeah,
a major. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and even the win
just,
rate too.
I just don't think it's happening ever again. I don't know. Were there points for grand finals or not really? Are they
I
gonna
don't
give
know about
points for it?
playoffs.
Probably not.
Yeah,
I don't think there were
I
points
doubt.
for playoffs.
I doubt it. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought maybe that would add to the point total to make it look cooler. But
Yeah, can we
I'm
make
guessing that-
it just exactly enough to get us to 200?
Yeah, that's true.
I-
We should do that.
I mean, even if someone beats our points, I don't think anyone's gonna beat our win percentage. I think it's like 45 to 6. So it's like 80
Yeah, in the regular
something
season,
percent.
yeah.
Like
Wow.
Yeah, that's
no
what
one's
I'm
beating
saying.
that.
I'm like total. There's no way that's total games, is there?
Total series or total
That's
games?
that's
That's
regular
games
season.
for
That's
regular season.
only.
When you sweep every game,
Hello.
Jose, you don't got many games.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. I'm not going to lie.
That actually
And-
like is shocking to me.
So going in, there was not a single team you were looking at, single team that you didn't want to run into. You just didn't
No.
care who you ran into. You would
No,
slap
no,
them
we-
down.
No.
We
Yeah.
picked the hardest team that we could pick. We picked Baltimore to face Chosen One. We actually ran the All-Star Gauntlet because we lost to the All-Star team. We beat Chosen One first, then we beat Focus, then we beat Lucas. One by one.
Took them all down. So you left no stone unturned. There's absolutely no copium for anybody in the entire league. Trust me, if the Denver Shed was there, they would have taken you down. But that's beside the point. All right. That's besides the point. I don't think they would have gotten there. But so, all right. So my team might have lost to the team that lost to the team that lost in the finals. Anyways, we do not talk about that. But I mean, either way, I mean, I literally have nothing but glaze. I even keep going. This has been horrific. Jose?
I mean, we just dominate that hard. What else can you do but glaze? This is like prime Gale Force, but even better.
It is true, Prime Gale Force. I mean, actually, there's there like a team that was like your guys' rival? We asked the last guy. Was there the team that you guys could?
Or even just a player? Even just a player? Was there anybody
chicken
that
swag.
you? I mean,
All right.
was there
Yeah.
anybody that stood up to you? Like, was there anybody like just a player? It doesn't even have to be a full team.
Not really, to be honest. Like everyone wanted to talk their shit kind of towards us before we played them, and we just had to silence them. Like since week 1, I'm like, let's just humble all the egos in the league, and we did that. So we weren't really scared of anyone. I mean, maybe besides like Chicken, because once he got back on Akron, he peaked again. Like he hit a double on my head. So probably Chicken, but really no one else. We did have a lot of haters that pocket watched our racket trackers though, and wanted to get us kicked out of Novice because we peaked 1600.
I think that's just congrats to you guys. I don't think that should
Yeah.
ever be counted against you guys. If mid-season you get drafted and you just get better, that's just a
Mhm.
skill diff. Unfortunately,
It is a skill diff.
It is just they put in more work. They tried to get better. They got better.
we
That's
were
really all
literally
that
on
comes
almost-
down to.
We were on
Now-
almost every day playing with each other. So yeah.
I think I remember
yeah.
someone saying like right after the draft. I think Power told us he was like, "Oh, my novice team's already in a call together playing." I think it was something like that. He told us.
Yeah, I do remember that. I do
It's
remember
like
that.
the ultimate locked in.
Yeah. I think it was you guys though.
Yeah,
It
it definitely was.
It definitely was because
I
Like,
mean,
now-
who was the,
Like 30 seconds after draft, they're in a VC together playing ranked threes. It's like, okay, yeah, this team is gonna be something. They're either gonna be the best or the worst. One of the two.
I'm glad, I'm glad
Go
we were the
between.
former.
I mean, who was the driving factor between the three of you that kind of like drove the train along before you guys even started winning that much, or was it all kind of just like all three of you were just ultimately locked in, and it just coincided that you all were on the same team?
I mean, I think Spooky is on it, like the brains in the match, but
Mhm.
I don't think it was really anybody's any single person. We
I'm
were all just
sure it was
hungry.
300 demos.
Okay, the 300 demos was
Oh my.
pretty crazy. Yeah, from Nate.
Yeah.
We were all
Napier
hungry.
had 300 and something demos.
Evil,
There's-
evil ass player.
He
had more
not
demos than
including,
we had
not even
goals.
including playoffs, which I swear he probably
Yeah.
gets another 100 from that.
Yeah.
there's definitely
mean-
gonna be a lot.
The best part about Napier too, he's not one of the brain dead demoers that just like leaves the play forever. Like he was always back to play defense. He was there to shoot the ball. Like he wasn't just chasing doing his own thing the entire time, which is really impressive.
Yeah. Now, you guys said you guys were taking names. You guys were taking people out all season long, as you were. Now, I've heard from a little birdie across the street that you guys think you're pretty confident that you guys could go up to professional and take down quite a few teams.
Oh yeah.
And we had an idea that maybe we somehow get something together where you guys play a professional team.
Next.
Would you guys be interested in this per chance?
100%. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't run away from smoke. We run into it.
Oh,
Okay,
That's-
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, we
What
want it
a
all.
peak
Smoke.
quote.
No,
That
you
might-
create the smoke.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
actually your peak quote ever. But yeah, so
That's
we
true.
were. Is there anybody specifically you want to call out? If not, we will probably just find a
reach
team
out,
that
we'll reach
seems-
out to them for you if you have anyone else.
Yeah,
Nah,
well,
call
yeah,
them out
we'll-
right now. Call them out right now. Box
mean,
top, who do you want to play?
box
The winners.
the
Yeah,
winner.
There you go.
Oh,
Smokey, there
my
you go,
God.
baby.
Yeah.
We're about to have the winner on.
Yeah, we ain't
So
scared.
we'll ask him after this if he's down.
Yeah, we'll play Nero. I know how he plays now. I've been on his team long enough. I know what tilts.
Okay, we'll ask him. We'll ask him.
We'll give them a shout, see if they want to hop on and take you guys on the pitch here. And potentially next week, we're doing some grudge matches, so maybe this could be pretty fun
Yeah.
here. I thought I would just sneak that in there and ask if maybe, but
Yeah,
oh,
we are
that
doing
should be
some
fun.
grudge matches, and we're putting up. We're trying to put up a little monetary value too, so you're not going home empty-handed.
Oh, it could be fun.
Even better.
This could be pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness, but even if it's not them, I now I kind of want to see you guys run the gauntlet if you guys beat them. Oh man,
I do.
Yeah,
I- this is
any
gonna be
takers.
exciting. This is
We'll do a fucking like tournament.
Yeah, I mean, we filled in for our world class team in Major 2 and took a game off in 2 series during group
I
stage.
do remember that.
So
I do remember that.
I think we could beat any pro team.
that's valid. There
I
are some
mean-
nasty pro teams that I'm not gonna lie. I am like on the fence. I was before saying I don't think there's even a chance, but I mean, you guys have confidence, and I think that goes a long way. I do
There's
recognize. What's up?
Since you guys said you guys are going professional next season, is there any like players in professional you're like the most excited to play against? Like prove your worth to like beat them if you're able to play them? Or team with?
Well, if I'm not on Spooky's team, I definitely want to destroy that guy. But
I mean, yeah.
I would love to play JB and Blasky if they're still playing next season.
Mhm.
Just see how we
yeah.
actually fare in a real match. And
I
obviously
definitely
tomorrow-
could see you guys forming like kind of like the Rochester Pro team this season that had a back-to-back pick. They had a very strong first rounder, and then like a JB Blasky. Like those two are already like good friends. Like
Yeah.
I think they've played together in another league. Like I could
FGS,
see you
yeah.
guys easily being kind of like that. Like genuinely, I could see something
That's a
like
good
that.
shout, yeah.
And now you guys are already like a really strong duo going
Go,
forward. I
pick a-
think if
I'll
you guys
draft
find
them.
yourself, that
We're
could
playing
be
professional, guys.
interesting. That could be something to look forward to.
We're running Haz, Spooky, Desi. We
Dude, I already
don't
want to get
lose.
Zombites going, bro. I low-key might start them tomorrow. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
that's what me and Stick were saying. We already want to get combines going. I already got them set up with my server.
All right, so we might be like a few months off the next season. But listen,
Yeah.
never
be
too
soon.
early to get started. Yeah, I don't know, but I guess one thing, if you're looking forward to getting better and better and better, I know you, Spooky. I know you somehow got some crazy connections with coaches. What
Yeah.
is like the number one thing that you want to like improve on your game, trying to improve further? Because I know a little birdie has it that you got a decent coach here and there, and I know you have
Yeah,
coach
Little
experience as
Birdie.
well. So
We do have that little
if you
birdie
if you
that told us.
may, what aspect of your game are you looking forward to improve the best, and for going into next season?
Yeah. I mean, my weakest point is control and just like not panicking, throwing away the ball all the time. So I'm just playing a lot of 1s and 2s. Like I'm 1600 and 2s right now, so that's going good. I keep procrastinating 1s, but when I do play it, I play a lot better and I kind of dominate. Like the beginning of the season, that's when I was playing 1s and I was just destroying everyone in novice. I was not scared at all. But when I stopped playing it, like started throwing the ball a little bit, but probably just grind a lot of 1s during the off season.
I mean, same
That's
thing
valid.
goes for you, Desi. A little birdie told me as well. You guys are getting some good coaching every week.
Yeah,
So
we might have like one of the most devoted GMs in all of MCS for that. But things that I'm trying to work on is shooting. Holy, I swear the amount of corner posts I hit, Spooky will tell you. Like I should have had 30 goals in this playoffs.
Yeah, you could play 1s to fix that. Learn to shoot from
I mean,
anywhere.
Ooh.
I think
Well.
I think we're getting to our final questions here.
Yeah, I've only got.
What?
I mean, unfortunately, like with a team this dominant, it's basically just glaze, 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 glaze. There's not really much. There's not really much to pick at. I mean, you guys are just. You guys have just been so disgusting all season long.
I mean, yeah.
And like I've already asked like what your biggest hurdle was, but it was it basically just brushed off because there was no hurdle. Like the
Yeah.
biggest hurdle was like a little step. It's like what I like. It's hard to find things to knack against you guys. But if you could go back and do it again, is there a single player you would want to team with, or do you guys genuinely believe you guys had the perfect team?
I think we had the most complete team, vibes and just overall like completeness for a team. There was no better team.
That's
I don't want a
yeah.
dude playing the Dominus. Just kidding.
That's real.
I mean,
I
that's-
could average ranked teammate. You load up, you see a Dominus, you actually just start own goaling.
Yeah.
My bad.
I'm gonna ask the last question, and then I want to keep you two in here because we're gonna announce our thing on stream, and I want you two to be here. But so like I said to Ricky, I'm gonna do this for every team. Is there any people you want to like shout out? Any like fans or anyone who's like supported you through this, allowed you to grind, allowed you like encouraged you to do all this stuff?
Spooky, you go first.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, my teammates, any former teammates I had in the past, like in MCS or even college, shout out Jose. And mates Nate.
Shout out the
Yeah.
bar, me, you, Jega.
And then Osa Power for not being a bad GM and breaking us apart mid-season, making some whack move. But yeah, that's about it for me.
I guess for me, I mean, same stuff that Spooky said. Obviously, like my teammates, I could have asked for a better team, but I really like the support that we had and all the live streams that we were in. We had Melon in there. We had Wi-Fi, always showing up, making sure they're giving us love, and I really appreciate that. And I hope it's like that for future seasons.
W.
All right.
W teammates.
I want to keep you guys in here because
we're gonna be announcing our MVPs.
We're gonna be segmenting to our MVPs. AK has just switched over to that, and this is our first. It was completely unanimous. None of us argued for this. So for the boosted takes, personal CSA MVPs, we had Desi for novice, and it was completely unanimous. None of us argued. We were all just clear
Looking
cut.
like
It was
Curry out
Desi.
there.
So yeah, you were like the LeBron of novice.
So y'all were talking about that Dominus hate earlier, huh? What's going on now?
I mean,
Swap
they
the
just
car.
don't know ball. They're stat watchers. That's what I got to say about it.
I think
But
I think just all in all, I think all season long. I mean, yes, stats. I think the big three things that we are looking at are CSA rating. We're looking at win rate, games played, and points
the
per
story,
game.
and also the story of their season, like how well
Yeah.
they played in Major 1, 2, and playoffs.
It
we're
really
looking at
was
it all.
only between Desi, Spooky, and probably Napier. I'm not even joking. Like
Yeah.
there's maybe one or two players from other teams that maybe had a name in the hat, but it wasn't really that.
You guys are all
close.
top 10 for CSR, which is insane.
Yeah. It
an
wasn't. It
entire
really
team
wasn't
plus.
that close. I think just about the whole team had a name in the hat. I think we all. Oh, AK just tabbed over to something else. That was a little bit funny, but yeah. I mean, I think that was pretty unanimous for us. I have no more comments about this. Just congratulations once again. Good job on going down in history as the novice season 1 CSA champions and just doing it in such a dominant fashion.
Before you do drag us out, I want to add one more thing. You guys have me unanimous as the MVP, but I think that Spooky is just as easily like you could have put him up there. Like,
all of us-
1A,
Yeah, of
1B.
course.
Thank you.
It was you guys were like LeBron and D Wade. Like it was just like it was 1 and 2. Like everyone had
Shaq
that.
and Kobe. Shaq and Kobe.
It's like when we were making up our all-star lists, because we also did that, but unfortunately we didn't get to show it. But I think all of our first 2 picks were you two. Our
Yeah.
first 2 picks immediately were you two for novice, just immediately.
It wasn't really
Like, up
close
for
to be
discussion.
completely honest. Yeah. I mean, I think the last 3 names there were a lot of people that it could have been. I'm pretty sure on my list Napier still found his way on the list, which is crazy.
Yeah, same for
but
me.
I there was just so many Like, although I want to say that there were so many good players, there's so many individual good players, but none of them had all 3 players
Mhm.
that good. So, I mean, I have no more congratulations to say. You guys
No,
are
just one last,
fantastic. W
one last
Glaze.
shout out. One last
Anything
shout out
else
to
for
you
you
guys
two?
coming on here. One
Yeah,
last
thank
shout
Yeah,
you
out to
no,
you
guys.
guys
we
coming on
appreciate
here.
it. Thank you guys for an amazing stream.
Thank
Just give me a
you.
clap. Just give me a clap over here.
Love you,
But
boys. Thank you.
I think that's about time for us, and we'll drag in our next guy. But we appreciate
Appreciate
you
y'all
too.
for coming over, man.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Have yourself a wonderful night. Oh, I think I just dragged Tabs over. That might
I got dragged.
that might have
GG,
been
get this
that
guy
might
out
have
of
been my
here.
peak.
All right,
We-
am I gonna bring Arrow or AK? Am I gonna bring Nero on?
Quick transition.
All right.
Um,
Welcome on
transitioning
in, Nero.
into professional. We're just a little over halfway here. We are cooking up, and we have Nero joining us on the mic. How you doing today, Nero?
Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. I see you guys have been you guys got an extensive stream going on.
Oh yeah,
Of course.
or already racking up the time. I mean, to be honest, these interviews are going a lot better than I expected. I want to be honest. I thought this was going to be a complete disaster, but we're somehow making
Yeah.
it through. We're getting through slowly. Been lots of dominant performances. We've had close performances, and now we get to talk about you, Nero. Nero, a little bit of an underdog coming into this. Honestly, for the grand finals, I believe. What seed did you guys go in? As the 8th, I believe, or the
Correct,
7th?
yes, sir.
So you
I think
guys
it
were
was
a
the
little
8th.
bit of underdogs, but you
And
guys
you also got traded over to that team, so it was kind of a mid-season like switch up. Around what stage do you get traded to the Atlanta Aces?
I was it was really close to the beginning of the season. I think we were just working out some lineup issues, and we ended up solidifying on me, Mojimo, and Joystick for the time being, and then we ended up going it ended up going better than normal, I'd say, than what we originally had. I genuinely forget it's genuinely been that long. Also with me having a good bit of time away from being on the team, we had a lot of absences throughout the season, even just with Mojimo not being there for all of playoffs.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, that definitely just goes to show how the season went.
Nero, do you think you
I
can
mean-
refresh your video quickly for our
Oh,
stream guy?
yeah, for sure.
Who was the sub that said that?
Alright,
That was
AK.
Lucas, right?
AK.
It was Lucas, correct?
I mean, how did his performance just stepping up being a sub and he still balled out? I mean, obviously you guys won. How did him stepping up really affect you guys playing, or just him doing his job? I mean, what was it like playing with a sub? What was the mentality going into it?
Going into it, we got two offers from either of our or from our GM. Conjure, he was like, hey, you can take two people from Novice, or between two people from Novice. And I was like, you know what? We played with Casper for I think it was for Major 2. We had to get Casper in, so we ended up playing with him, me, Joystick, and Casper. It went pretty well. But I've played with Lucas outside of CSA, so I was like, you know what? Let's see how he fares against some of these people. I feel like
we finally
for
get Nero on the
first.
stream. We're good. Very
Welcome on.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the camera. I'm not touching anything. But but yeah.
We got it. We're good. We got it.
It's just on our end.
It's all good. But yeah, no. When we got I told him, yeah, let's try Lucas, and we got in like I want to say 15 minutes before, and we were like, all right, game plan. All right, Lucas, let's just let's work on this. Let's work on spacing, because that was something that we always had an issue with as a team before. We always end up spacing out, way too wide, or we end up way too tight. We just really couldn't find that good middle ground. So when we worked out those issues for that first series against Akron, it really just showed us that the best version of us, even with a sub, was really good. We ended up taking Akron down 4-0, even though they had a sub as well. But hey, it's like almost even playing field, I'd say,
Yeah.
especially whenever you have someone as good as Carl's nuts on their team. So I definitely feel
Carl.
like, yeah, shout out Carl. That's my guy right there. But yeah, I definitely feel like even with both teams having a sub, I think we still balled out really well, and Carl played really good too. Sad to see him get first rounded, but I got to do, I got things to do. I got places to be, man.
I love that. Love
Yeah.
that.
And not just you didn't just take down Carl. You had a crazy run through. You took down the 9 seed in San Diego Sea Lions in 7, so already a crazy run. And then you took down Akron Kings, the 1 seed, in a sweep. absolutely decimated my Denver Shred. Rest in peace, my boys. I casted that series. That was a tough watch for me. You guys
Yes.
had some crazy plays on 0 seconds. You were down 2, or I believe you were down 2 with like 50 seconds left, and ended up winning the entire game in regulation. That was crazy. And then you took it all the way to 7 in the grand finals as well. So just your whole run was cinema. Was there one team in particular that was the hardest to take down? What was in your mind the greatest accomplishment as far as it goes for taking down a team?
I'll say I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Obviously I can't say Akron. With them being the number 1 seed but having a sub, there's that little bit of imbalance where it's like we didn't get the full experience of it. I don't think throughout the entire season we got to play them with their full team, which is fine. They definitely played good whenever we did get to go up against them. I think we went up against them twice. One at the beginning of the season, whenever I was just getting on the team, and then we had some scheduling issues, so I think we had to FF it. But yeah, like I said, so I want to go ahead and give it. I got to give it to Denver. I gotta. That they're so oppressive with their play style demos, getting in there and just really making it rough for you to get on offense. Transition onto offense, get off of defense. I tell you, so many times I'm like, guys, we're stuck on defense. Like we would be a little bit better off, but we're just stuck on defense. Especially as someone for our team that is really tries to identify a lot of our problems and like help our team. Just work through them. But yeah, that was definitely Denver definitely gave us a hard run for our money, especially coming off of that 4-0 sweep. I definitely say we were a little bit dazed off of that. We were like, oh, Akron, it's all right. We got through it, but that was definitely a wake up call for us where it's like, okay, Denver ain't come here to play around. Let's especially since it was their first game for the for playing or playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you guys took them down in 6, you guys played a very, very close best of 7 series, going all the way to game 7. This is like, how did you guys stay composed in that game 7? Like, be confident that you guys knew you could beat this. Honestly, they were kind of a juggernaut the whole season. They were very, very consistent all season. That Rochester team.
For sure. So it was I'll say, yeah, the mental was definitely a hard part. I'll say definitely for game 5 and 6 it was rough putting us on Wasteland. We were all like, oh, Wasteland, oh gosh, this is gonna be rough. And then it was definitely a hard play, but we just made sure to just like keep identifying our issues. Like it's like, hey, like if we fix the issues, if we know what issues we got to fix and we just work on fixing them, I mean, we can only blame ourselves aside from that. I mean, like, so it was just putting our pride to the side, being like, hey, we have these issues to work on. Let's work on them, boys. Hey, we're getting boost starved. Hey, conserve your boost a little bit more. Let's try and get a little aggressive set where we can find that space to get a little bit of boost. All that good stuff. Let's make sure we're not banging it into them. That was one of the issues we had, just banging it directly into the offense, man. I mean, that was just one thing we really struggled with. But I'll say them as a team, they were really impressive. Holy crap. Whenever it came down to game 7, I'll say it was like the 3-minute mark. I was like, ooh, this is getting. I'll be honest. I was like, ooh, this is getting a little scary. We were up 2-1, obviously. I think it was still 1-1 at the time. And we got that goal at a minute. No, it was a little under 2 minutes. We got that goal, and I'm like, okay, just because we got the goal advantage does not mean these guys are out. These guys are really good at capitalizing off those transition plays, and that's exactly what they did. Blasky with a nice double tap, putting us into OT, man. I mean, that was just nuts. No one was expecting that. I'd say Blasky was definitely quiet all series. So if you look, I disrespected him. I was like, he ain't hitting that. He doubled it right on my head. I'm a man of honor on my dome. So yeah, I definitely say shout out to Blasky for that, man. Definitely a clutch player. But hey, that was a really good series, man.
Now, one thing I want to say, I've been trying to ask everybody this. In the draft, you went all the way down to 3rd round in professional, which now looking back on it seems completely insane. Do you like not just in CSA, because you have been dominating now that you've won here. Your team has been looking absolutely insane in MCS. Just be honest with you, how high up do you think you're going for next season?
I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Whether they move me up to superstar, or whether I stay in professional, there's no such thing as staying in professional. I think at this point, I think I'm just going to be going
Yeah.
up to superstar. I definitely
Yeah.
plan on taking that as like okay. Let's take this to the next level. Rob, my coach inside of everybody knows Rob. He's my coach inside of MCS, and he's definitely been helping me reach that next level. I definitely say that I've worked on a lot of stuff, hitting 1600, just grinding a little bit more this last season. So I definitely say that plays a big part into my growth within the past I'd say 2 months. It's the growth has definitely been a lot more recent, but it's definitely paying off. So yeah, I'd say the sky is the limit as of right now. I have no plans on stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, I could definitely see you sneaking into superstar very easily. To be honest, you were easily in my mind. I mean, you were without even really thinking about it, like top 3 in MCS right now, and now winning CSA, being just a you're going down in history in CSA already. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Probably is this the most underdog performance we saw 8 seed coming out on top? I don't think there's any other team that had more of an underdog performance so far. So
World
just
class team.
world class
was
team.
11 seed.
Yeah, but who cares about world class? All right, my bad. I'm just joking.
They're all
All
good.
right.
They're all good already.
Yeah, they're
Brian,
already
never
good.
the underdog.
Yeah, that team was only they formed late season. But
They did.
I mean what a performance though. What a performance. Let me hold this up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think, yeah, the series only got harder, which is kind of funny in terms of seeding. We played the number one. I think Denver was number 3 seed, and then all the way up to Renegades. I don't remember what seeding Renegades were.
They were the
I think it was just
believe.
Yeah,
just upset
so
after upset
yeah,
after upset.
yeah, we literally just
Crazy.
kept going up in seeds, but the games just got harder. Again, Akron not being their former self, but alas, I still think that it's a great accomplishment for us because, like I said, Carl is that good of a player. I can say.
Yeah, and even with them not having their full roster technically, I still think like if Carl's on that team, he is good enough to win it all on any given day. The fact you guys took
For
him down
sure.
in 4 without even dropping a single game is just a
Mhm.
testament to how seriously good you guys were playing. And Rocket League, I've said this a lot of times, Rocket League can change a lot just day to day. And
Yeah,
that
100%.
was definitely the day you wanted to be playing your absolute best. And you guys showed out big time. You guys played absolutely fantastic. And I mean, even if another team wasn't, they have nothing. They have nothing to complain about. I mean, you guys just played better. You guys simply just played better. Trying to pull up.
Were there any
Yeah.
did you guys have any rival teams or players, or is there anyone who you're really excited to if you do get drafted superstar next season that you're excited to play against or play with?
Being someone that I haven't really played too many leagues. I think aside from MCS, which I was there. I've only been there 1 season. This is my first season there as well. I don't really know too many people here. So when it came down to okay, who we got as rivals and stuff, aside from the other Shig team, Shig's team. Aside from that,
Team, right?
yeah, we played them. That went a little interesting. But aside from that, I know Iwu outside of Rocket League, he's pretty cool. But just playing against one of my friends, like I said, I don't really know too many people here in this tier. So, a lot of no rivalries have started yet, but I can see they're gonna get there. Carl, me and him, we're both really good players for our teams. So I definitely say that might end up the I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because who's who on that? Who's who? Am I
That's true.
LeBron? Is he LeBron? We're not gonna get into that. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
I mean,
if you do go
I think
superstar
that's a
next
good
season, you
rivalry.
can't play me. You could play me.
Ooh.
Can't play me.
No
Don't
one
worry,
sees
I'm-
you as a rival has. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I've been in the lab, man. I'm gonna be working on it. I'm gonna take you down eventually.
I mean, you've been on the up, the craziest up I've ever seen. I mean, you went from being, I don't want to say on nobody's radar because clearly people picked you up, but I think at this point in time in both leagues, you're on everybody's radar. People are going to be looking out for you, especially in the draft. It's going to be interesting next season. I'm already wanting it to get going. It's going to be very,
Heck
very
yeah.
interesting.
Oh yeah.
We still gotta wait. We still have to wait a while though.
I know, dude. The fact it just ended yesterday, I could not be more mad. I got to get the Zombines going pretty soon here, but we will probably get into that. But I mean, dang, just looking across the entire season, what were because I'm assuming so. I'm not entirely sure. I'm guessing you guys had some roster changes. Uh, is that or were you guys did you guys stick out the entire season?
I think we stuck out the entire season. It was just again a lot of sub ups for a lot of our games or sub ups or just subs in general. We really I'd say for like again major 2 we didn't have our full roster. Obviously playoffs we didn't have our full roster, and then like a good bit of games we didn't, whether it was me going traveling for work or Mojimo working, just having a busy schedule. I'd say Joystick was there for 90% of games. He's a grinder. I love Joystick. Shout out to him as well. And he said he can't be here, but yeah, Joystick is a freaking grinder, dude. But yeah, man, I'd say
I didn't know that. I didn't know you guys. You guys are one of the very few teams that stuck it out
Stuck it
all
out.
season long. I genuinely just assumed that you guys had made changes, but now I'm going over the
Yeah.
draft now. It is literally
Yeah.
the original roster.
We're
That is
not, we're not
pretty
even
rare.
talking about like tier wise. We're talking literally league wise. There is a
I'm-
handful of teams that stuck.
I think it's,
Yeah.
it's funny that we just talked about it. I'm pretty sure the last team we just interviewed were also one of the very few
Yeah,
teams.
they were.
So I
Hey.
mean, it's crazy to see. I mean, I would say teams off draft usually have a slight. I wouldn't say advantage or disadvantage. I think they're usually a disadvantage, just because people don't know the players that are down there very
Mhm.
well yet. But I mean, you guys showed out big time. I mean that now that I found that out, I'm actually like kind of in more disbelief at your success. Now. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, you guys just showed up. You guys just showed up.
Yeah, heck yeah, that's the plan, and we're gonna keep doing it. Like I said, I love playing with these boys this season. Again, like how CSA ends up going. We're probably not gonna end up playing together, but I'm looking forward to playing against them. We're all looking to get so much better, and we're looking to keep reaching new heights. Maybe I'll team with them in World Star or World Class, World Star.
There's
That's where we're
definitely a
gonna.
chance.
That's where we're gonna end. That's where we're gonna
World
end up
Star.
on.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
Probably a
it's
world
definitely
star.
a chance.
if Jose and Zoms are done with questions, I do have a last one that I've been asking everyone.
Yep, I'm all done here.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think.
done.
Jose?
Go ahead, man.
So the one I've been asking everyone, you've probably heard it on stream already, but like, is there anyone else you want to like shout out or thank yous to people taking chances on you, people who've gotten you through this journey?
For sure. So obviously, like I'm gonna say, my GM, Condra, really good, really chill guy, worked around, all of our crazy scheduling and didn't think to change up the team, even with, some of our rocky moments. So shout out to him for sure. Rob, always striving to get me to my best version of myself. Love Rob, gonna be going to land with him over on MCS. So gonna meet him for the first time, get to hang out with the guy himself. It's gonna be kind of cool. And then yeah, just
sure, us through might see you there too. So
heck yeah. And then Lucas playing up and then going down and going all the way to grand finals again, dude. That's so much Rocket League, and to still have that kind of consistency, albeit, not fully taking home the second chip, but, just having that kind of consistency to get yourself into second grand finals, especially, playing down. Obviously, it's a little bit easier, but to still do that, that fatigue you would think just kind of sets in at some point. So again,
100%.
Yeah.
again, yeah, good on him. He's improving every day. So yeah, look, I strive to see great things from him as well. He's probably going to be getting moved up. I hope so. He's really good. So he's got to come up to professional at some point, whether it's this season or whether it's midway through next season. I'd say he's probably going to
proven
get pushed
himself.
up.
I think this proves that he is plenty capable of being at this level, which is something pretty special. We just threw up the graphic on our screen. Congratulations for being the first ever professional champions. I mean, just what a crazy accomplishment, making it all the way through. Atlanta Aces do take home the chip for CSA's first ever professional chip. I mean, it's going to go down in history, which is pretty cool to think about. I'm all done here. Thank you for joining us and being
I
a
am too.
fantastic guest. And I mean, rest in peace. The rest of the boys couldn't make it, but it
Heck
is what it is.
yeah.
Everyone, they got, like you said before, they got tough schedules. So
Heck
making
yeah.
it through here. So, appreciate
Again.
you. I'm all done here. Anything else for you two?
Me too.
Thank you for coming out, man. Appreciate it.
No, thank you
Appreciate
guys for having me. It was like I said, it was a great season. Had so much fun, especially for the first season that I've played in
Oh,
inside of a league with a lot of competition. So definitely is making me up my standards just a little bit for myself, which is always a good thing.
I can't believe I almost forgot, but
Oh,
I don't know if you heard it, but the team underneath you, the team that were just in here, they kind of called you
yeah.
out a little bit.
They
They
did.
kind of called your team out and
what'd
said
they
they
say?
could take down Desi, what was it? Desi, Spooky,
Spooky.
and Napier said they could
Napier.
beat any team in professional, and they called out
Ah,
you specifically. Were they
okay.
even worth your
Team, yeah.
time? Do you guys want to hop on stream maybe next week to take them down a notch or two? They said
Hey.
they're
We'd
taking down
also-
all the
we'd-
egos in
we'd
their
al- we'd
league, but
also-
maybe there's
we'd
one
also
more left
potentially-
on their team.
And if y'all both accepted, we'd also potentially put up a prize put for it as well.
Date, time, give me it. I'm there.
It would be next Monday.
Heck
Next
yeah.
week, same time, basically. If
Next
you can
Sound-
get the
time.
if you can get
Sounds
the
like a
team
plan.
on, we'll host the whole thing. We'll cast the whole thing and potentially even throw up a little bit of money. But it should be cinema to watch. I mean, they called you out. I almost forgot about that. I can't believe I didn't. I was looking in the next room and just saw their
No.
name sitting there. So I'm glad I remember that last second. But other than that, I appreciate you to stopping in here and hope you have yourself a wonderful night. And looking forward to seeing you more.
For sure. Thank you guys again for having me. Zoms, try not to lose your voice too much, man. You're talking a lot, man. Take care,
It's
Hey,
man.
going out.
he's
It
not doing
was
all the
going
time.
out yesterday.
He did all the time.
No, the casting. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
it was actually going.
Casting on top of a podcast right after, dude, you're insane.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
hey,
I
you got
was
to get it
screaming
done.
yesterday. It was going out yesterday. I was like, got to get it
Yeah.
done. But yeah, fantastic. I appreciate you. But have
Yeah,
yourself a wonderful night, brother.
have a good night now.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank
Have a
you.
good one.
You guys take care.
Bye.
All right.
That guy's the
If
go-to.
that-
I'm not gonna lie.
That guy was really.
Oh,
legit
we should have
jealous,
gone over
so-
the MVPs.
Yeah,
No.
well, we're doing that right now. He's not an MVP. We're doing it right now.
Oh, okay.
With
Yeah.
that, it's a great segue to our professional MVPs. I will reveal them all now, and we'll start off with these thumbs.
What else do I got to say for the boy? I'm doing backflips on it. I'm jumping on it. I'm bouncing on it. I love my boy Carl. Oh my goodness, he's been the GOAT all season long. Just whatever team, whatever roster he was on, he was just always grinding. You know, it didn't like his roster. Although throughout so much variation, he
Okay, the red scene
I-
went up.
he just yeah, you low key might have us up there. That's W League, but
Alright.
I mean, despite having so many different variations, the roster displayed fantastic domination throughout all season long. I would say with their original roster, they were just absolutely disgusting, but they did get taken down by the people who were the winners. They lost to the winners, so it wasn't a shameful defeat. It wasn't just like they went out to some nobodies that didn't do anything. They literally lost to the winners as well. So I have to give it to my boy Carl. All season long, he played fantastic. I do believe it was between him and maybe one or two other players, but the
Yeah.
one or two other
Well,
players might be on other people's lists. So
At least for me, it was between whoever made it farther between Carl's team and the Rochester team, and for me it's just Fighter Vet. 434 score, 1.3 goals per game, 40% shooting with 70 games played. Like, this dude's just gross. He is also
Yeah, he's
just
insane.
he brought his team there. Even though I'm not saying J-Bay and Blasky are bad players, but he's obviously a leading factor in that. He is a great player. He plays in Chal in MCS now as well on a relatively good Chal team, and he's just proving his worth.
Yeah, I also said a Fighter Vet because I feel like when you look at between Carl and Fighter Vet, when you play against Carl's team, well, we played when it was Decaf signing Carl. When you look at Carl's team, it's not like what can we do to stop Carl. It's more like how the hell are we gonna stop the other two? Because Carl is just such a defensive player. He's not like constantly in the back of your mind. But with Fighter Vet, when I played a Fighter Vet, my initial thought always is, okay, this guy's getting the ball. I'm gonna make life hell for him. He was just every time he was on the ball, every time he was just like circling around the field, either in our corner or in the midfield. I just had to be aware of that guy, or else we would be scored on. So that's why I also said Fighter Vet. I just felt like he was a lot more threatening and a lot more scary than playing against Carl.
fair enough.
That's all fair.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
think if he was still on a roster, Decaf probably would
Mm.
have been all of our number ones. He was
Oh, 100%.
uncontested number one, but I mean, we're only. I'm not going to put someone on as MVP if they're not on a team. And
That
since
is
he
true,
retired at the very end of the season, when the team needed
It was
him most,
unfortunate.
there's no longer a way I
No,
can
shout out
put him as
Decaf,
my
man. He was
MVP.
like 10 CSR above the next guy. It just wasn't even
Dude,
close.
it wasn't even close. Every match he showed up to, sub or not, they were winning, and that's why I did want to give it to Carl, just because he was the only surviving member that stayed on that team no matter what through ups and downs. I mean, they had Cyan leave, they had Decaf leave, they had Cyan come back, they found a replacement, they had a sub. Carl is still just sticking it out. That's why I went with Carl. But I think Fire Vet was literally my number two. It was always going to be between them as the season went on. But
100%.
yeah, that's all I had for the MVPs here. Now moving forward, we're gonna be going a little bit closer to home for me here. The Denver
Okay,
Shred.
okay,
We're gonna be pulling in
I'm gonna
Rage.
I'm gonna bring them in
What?
right now.
We're pulling in
I'm
Rage
bringing
and
them in
Jay,
right
the
now.
boys, the
Hello,
myth, the
hello.
legend, the
boys.
champions. Oh my goodness, can I glaze them harder? I don't think I could if I tried.
Okay, stop glazing. Stop glazing.
I love
Stop
it.
Love it.
Daddy's
Stop doing
arms. I love you
Stop
so
My
much.
goat. My goat.
My
Stop
Goat
doing tricks on
GM.
us. Stop doing tricks on it. Jay has a cam, by the way. AK.
Oh,
It's okay.
That's unfortunate.
Just re-
It says he's still
Oh, I think it's
alive.
back.
We
It's,
good?
It's just loading right now.
Haz is gone. My
Gee.
webcam's on for me. I don't know.
my
Yeah.
webcam's gone for him.
I
Trying to
do
play it on
not
my phone?
see has it all. The stream's
Oh, the
loading.
stream is
Oh,
gone.
the
Stream
stream just
gone.
ended. The stream just
Stream
ended.
Oh no.
The stream just
no.
ended.
all right, just stop and start.
Jeez.
So sorry, everybody. I think we're back. Oh my goodness, stream just had
Are
an
we back?
absolute just
Are we back?
crash.
We're not back yet. Oh,
We're
wait.
back.
I
We're
think I
back.
broke it turning my
I think-
webcam back on. Shit.
Wait, are we back? Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay. Sorry, everybody, for that. Jay just had too much aura. Oh my goodness. What can we say? But I think we've got him back in here. We're trying to get his camera
Why
on
did my
line.
cam die? Do
Has-
you need me to refresh, AK?
Yeah, just refresh if you could for us. Sorry, technical difficulty. This is our first time having AK host for us, so he's just. You know, he's also been on vacation for like 3 months, so you got to give him. Everyone, give him a little break.
Tripling his net worth.
He's tripling his net worth over there in Saudi, but I mean, guys, you got to give him a break. You got to give him a break. But I mean, he's trying his best out here, and we are using a ton of new graphics that we aren't used to. A lot of face cams as well. So just give him a break, everybody. Think we're getting it back into it. This means we're gonna run the ads again. Oh my, that's called ad revenue. All right.
So you gotta get the free promo.
Yeah, we're making
Free
bank.
promo, free promo, free promo.
Well, over here, everyone subscribe to Zoms Twitch Prime. Do it.
That's so real. All right.
Everyone subscribe to Zoms Twitch Prime. Use all your
Zero-
bits on them. Use that.
zero-
Spend all your
zero
money
people
on
later.
Zoms. Right
All
on
right.
Zoms.
Get out of here.
I see him.
Get out of here. But anyway, there we go. We got Jay in the frame now.
There we
Just
go.
about. We're just looking at our champions.
Yeah.
Season 1, CSA champions for Superstar. It's the Denver Shred. We got Rage. We got Jay. We got Lemons. The Dream Team. Oh my goodness. The team that I just want to let you guys know. So many people doubted Rage. So many people doubted Jay. So many people doubted Lemons. And guess what? The second this team formed, they're absolute heroes on the pitch. Nobody could take them down. What's up, boys?
Going on?
I appreciate the invitation. It was awesome that you guys were reaching out to us, especially to get this interview. I love what you guys are doing with this this little podcast. I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'm kind of happy to be a guest so early on.
Not bad. And I mean, once again, if we're going across your accomplishments, you guys have had plenty of, at least Rage, I know for a fact. I got to play with you a little bit in MCS, and that's exactly the type of player I wanted to bring to CSA, starting off with you, and a sneaky little Jay that I saw in some combines. And it was pretty much your suggestion, Rage, that you told me to ask around about Lemons. He fit perfectly in Sal, so we thought we'd take a quick little look at him. I was talking to people. I was talking to some other GMs. There were a lot of doubters, and I think the one thing you guys did for certain is prove them all wrong. How did that feel yesterday, proving them all wrong and winning?
They had the,
You got it.
Plot armor.
Yeah, I'll answer first. I'll let you talk second.
It's on screen right now. The plot armor is on screen
The odds,
right
okay,
now.
that is
No
fair.
way.
On screen right now. The
No
plot
way.
armor, that
No
was
way.
the craziest like sequence to the end ever. Greatest save by Lemons at the moment. But back to the question of winning. Ever since the beginning, this is gonna sound a little cocky, but ever since the beginning, I knew our team was gonna be a good team. After Faith retired because he's an EU player, best thing that could ever happen to this team. Picked up Lemons. Honestly, Jay was the one that said Lemons was a really solid player. He knew Jay from a different league, or he knew Lemons from a different league, and then we were able to pick Lemons up, and right away we all connected. We found passing plays. You could go back in our chats in Discord. You could find I think we had like 3 whole series where every goal was assisted, and I was just glazing Jay for assisting so many goals just off of that. But I'll let Jay kind of take it from here.
I mean, you say there was doubters, but that was our ears were closed until the end of the season. We knew we believed in ourselves, and all we needed was the two teammates next to us the entire series. So to say there were doubters, we had no impression. Yeah, yeah.
Win it for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me, Peach, and Sean.
Oh,
The
those
goats.
no.
The goats.
Yeah, talking about you, Peach and Sean. I mean, there were definitely there were a lot of really solid teams that they were all on your guys' side of the bracket. There was a lot of rivalries that I thought would have easily been the finals. But what was you'd say your greatest rivalry throughout the season, as far as it goes for one single team?
I'll let Jay start with this one.
I have a personal rivalry with Rule, so just seeing that in the finals, that's who I wanted initially, just because that's my teammate, just outside of leagues and stuff. So we're really good friends. So just beating him felt really good. Obviously, GG's to him, but you know how that ends.
Gotta take it down.
I gotta take it down. I love that. I mean, honestly, the rivalry that wasn't really a rivalry for me was the Toronto Six. We scrimmed those guys so much. It felt more of just like kind of one of those fun competition rivalries.
We're 1-1. We're 1-1.
True.
We really scrimmed those guys a lot. They have a completely different play style compared to us. It was fun to compete against, fun to get better as a team with. We loved it. Haz was probably my biggest rival. I'm just totally kidding. I love Haz so much.
What can I say? MCS love that.
But I am really sad we weren't able to match up against them in the semifinals, but more about that later.
I mean, you guys had a crazy run through. I mean, there was no easy game. Genuinely, I thought it was over so many times in the playoffs. Like, let me just. Like, is there one specific series that stood out to you the most? Because literally, you went to 7 against Baltimore, you went to 7 against San Diego, and
that San Diego series
the grand finals. Although the grand finals did not go 7, the games they didn't feel as. I'll be honest, they didn't feel as close. You felt you guys had a lot more space, but your run up to the finals was crazy, and I just want to break down both of those series. I mean, you were losing pretty badly in that San Diego series. How? In what world did you guys get in the mindset? It's like, I swear so many times, it's about a minute left on the clock, and you guys, something clicks, and you guys just start scoring these midfield passes. You guys start locking down on defense. What changes when you're down in a series?
I'll let you go first. We kind of had, I believe, the same thought process.
Yeah, I mean, once you go down a series like that, it's just like, hey, we're gonna take a minute between this next game and just like figure out like what's going wrong. And we just really take it one game at a time, making those adjustments, trying not to let last game phase us. And it worked throughout the entire season. I mean, there's times where you can point at us and go like, they're down 3-1 in a series right now, and they need to mount a comeback. And no one believes in it except us, and that's really the determining factor. It's if you let your mental get out of it, then you're gonna be so. Just always having faith in yourself and your teammates, even if there's a minute left. It doesn't matter how much time's left on the clock. If there's time on there, then there's an opportunity to score somewhere. You just have to find it.
Mhm.
That's valid.
Yeah.
What are those? Oh, sorry for cutting you off. What are those conversations like? Is it like more of a confidence thing? Like, hey guys, we know we're better in this team. Let's just go at it. Let's lock in. Or was it just really just like breaking down what you think your primary mistakes were, just step by step, and trying to just play as best as you can, just like fixing the puzzle, really? or solving a
Uh,
puzzle?
Honestly, it's more of instantly as soon as that game's over, we're talking about it. We're what's going on, what's wrong. Pretty sure Jay, right after game 4, I think said, "Hey, we are losing because we're not taking our time. We're not winning our 50s. We need to take our time with the ball in the defensive end." And so we instantly all just thought, "Hey, let's do that, and then we'll see if we can win this one." We ended up winning that one, and then we're like, "Okay, what went good, what went bad?" Mainly talked about what went good, found the good parts, and then it slowly became more of a hype thing. I really tried to told Jay, told Lemons in the middle of that series, I said, let's get excited for some of these goals. Let's not sit here and just be like, hey, we scored. Let's get excited, let's get happy. We're playing Rocket League for fun, for God's sakes. So got them a little excited, tried to rile the troops up, and we were able to mount the comeback. And it was just a great series.
I mean, I'm gonna go a little bit off topic, but still on topic to Rocket League. I mean, how many cheesesteaks does Jay get after the other day?
What?
There's a little in-team bet. That's true. I forgot about that.
I totally forgot about that. For Major 1, I
How many Philly
promised
cheesesteaks?
Jay a cheesesteak if he won. And if we won, I told him before the major even started, I said, Jay, I will buy you a cheesesteak if we win. And we proceeded to win the whole thing. And there is a Venmo somewhere out there of me giving Jay $15 for for a Philly cheesesteak for one of his dinners one night.
Best
And
cheesesteak I've ever had.
Deserve another Philly cheesesteak.
he might, honestly.
You might need one more. Maybe one more.
At
We might
least
be able to
one.
scrap that together in the budget. That is pretty funny. I'm not gonna. I didn't even know about this. What? How did you know about this?
I knew it because whenever we'd scrim
Uh,
them, every time Jay would score, Rage would say, "Oh, he gets another Philly cheesesteak for that." these
yeah,
were
that
like-
was right after the major.
This was the
So-
first half of the season.
Yeah, the
That-
first
that-
half of
that
the
is-
season.
That is the most random thing ever. I love that though.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing I do want to talk about. So a lot of your season, okay, usually there's a lot of ups, there's a lot of downs, blah 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 blah. You guys obviously had a lot of ups, but there was one section of your series or the season that was a down. I think you already know what I'm talking about. Major 2. How did that even happen? Like how did you guys honestly, I remember watching as you guys I believe went 2-1 through groups. You guys had 2 game 5 wins and then lost, I believe, in 4 or 5. Or I think you guys either lost in a sweep or lost in 4. I don't quite remember where I can find that, but it was a very unfortunate run, and you guys didn't make it out of play or out of groups in Major 2. Was that in your mind going out of Major, or did you just brush that off? You're still the 2nd seed. How did you make it through that one little hiccup in your journey to the end here?
I think it just goes to show the competitiveness in Superstar. I mean, you look at the finals run for everybody, and it's game 7, game 7, game 7. I think there was one game 6. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it just goes to show just how competitive it was, and winning Major 1. Yeah.
Game 7, game 7, game 7, game 7, game 7, game 6, game
Yeah.
5.
Insane.
Yeah, finals was game 5, but that was about it though.
And then the game 6 was Busy versus Managed Nate.
Oh, those
Shit,
who know about
cheaper.
Swish.
Those who know.
Those who know. Those who know.
The Swish open net miss might be the worst open net miss I've ever seen. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't
well,
know.
a lot of-
You could. I don't know. We might have to talk about the one Dobbs and I witnessed.
Dude,
Oh,
it-
yeah, I
Carl.
remember that.
R.I.P.
I-
Carl.
I'm not gonna lie, Rage. It
Jay,
unironically
check your
does
DMs.
not get worse. It was one of the worst open net misses I have ever seen on record. I don't know if we should pull that up on. We should not do that to AK.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh no!
That was descended to game 7, by the way.
yeah. It was.
Oh, we
it was
gotta
a
hit
little
Cocos
rough.
after that.
Yeah, I felt.
Not even, bro.
Dude, that was rough. That was rough. So that game might as well have been a game 7, but either way, that one was a lot of fun to watch. That was a big rivalry,
Mhm.
in their own right. So that was fun to watch go down.
I mean, we
Didn't
got-
matter
we got
that
it
it
on
ended up
next,
getting
we got
taken.
next week as well.
Yeah, we might have a show match.
That
between
might be
them.
interesting.
Yeah, well, that should be pretty fun.
We should honestly. What if we just have my team versus the Denver Shred again on stream?
All right.
No, we're
Best of
cooked.
5.
I'm washed already.
Yeah, I quit Rocket League.
I'm washed. I'm
Whoa.
retiring. Like, I'm
Whoa,
just kidding.
whoa!
I barely played since we lost.
That's fair. That's fair.
Buddy, that sounds like pre-coping the copium. Are we serious?
Literally, literally.
That's just insane. I've actually never seen someone do it quite like you. But any other questions for you, Haz and Jose?
No, I'm good.
I mean, now we're in the off season, obviously. Is there anything like that outside of the game y'all are gonna be doing now? Since it's summertime, weather's nice.
But what about
I,
grinding the game? All right.
I got
Other
me
than
a
grinding- I
cruise
said other-
next week, so
Other
I'm
than grinding the game.
hitting the cruise for a week after this.
know.
Wait,
When the
I
ship
better get
headed
some.
on
I
a
better get
cruise.
some bathing suit pictures.
Over
You
to the bank.
might. You might.
if they aren't in my DMs, let me tell you,
Yeah,
You're
you're
on-
gonna be
you're-
in for a reckoning.
Denver Shred will never see Rage again. All right.
And then as well, going back to on the field, is there like a part of both of your guys' games that like going into next season, since you guys obviously probably might not end up the same team because of some things happening. Won't say what, but some things happening. Is there parts of your games that you both are trying to change going into the next season, since you guys will have brand new rosters?
Yeesh. I mean, for me, it really kind of depends. I really try to fill the role that my team needs me to fill, and especially it's just gonna be that way. Especially if next season depends where I land, where I'm at. But I'm really hoping to get better mechanically, kind of get my touches down, be able to score those mechanical shots a little better. If you look at the stat sheet, I told Zoms I'd bring this up. I'm number 1 in one statistic, and that statistic
most
is
taken.
being on the ground.
Oh,
and that,
on the ground.
and Demo's taken. Demo's taken and being on the ground. Those are my 2 stats that I'm number 1 in.
You're
So,
pretty good
really-
at another one too.
Your whole team was
Oh,
top 10
wild.
and Demos taken.
Yeah,
This
my
dude
whole team,
uses
our
some
whole
nose
team is like
boost
top 3 and
supersonic.
it was taken.
it literally
worry,
was.
my-
It literally was
my-
all 3 of you top 3. It was fun.
And then
it was
all
so
three
funny.
of my entire team was also in the top 10 for Demos taken though.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, really just trying to work on those mechanics, trying to get my solo ability just a little better. I just didn't really get to show a whole lot of mechs this season. Got a couple clips out. Got a nasty squishy save that's not on this highlight reel that I'm kind of sad about.
Dude, it should be
That
on
was
this
even
highlight
harder
reel.
plot
AK.
armor. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh no! Keep. Oh, you're making me mad.
You're making us mad, AK.
Oh, AK. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah,
Oh.
just really get those mechanics down. Come back. Be better than Has. That's my only goal in life.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'll let Jay
Yeah, you
go.
better, don't troll any of my RLCS runs anymore.
Oh wow.
All right.
Wild. I'm never teaming with you again.
Anyways, on
Which
to
team was
you,
Stewie?
Jay, on to
Top
you, Jay.
64. My bad.
For me, I mean, I would just try to look at like what I'm struggling with and try to improve it. And right now, I just feel like my ground game is non-existent. It's not even there. Like I don't remember a single time this season where I was like, "Wow, that was a cool flick," or like I'm really impressed. I was like, "Wow, I suck at dribbling so much." So definitely need to get better at that because I flap around the field like a fish trying to dribble the ball. It's kind of embarrassing.
You might need to talk to a guy who's in the call here. He knows a little bit about flicks.
You know what the Zomzoms
Yeah.
flick?
Yeah, you should know what the Zoms
They actually don't know. I don't think.
They
I
don't
don't
Sometimes
know.
like montage
I
coming
don't
soon.
know if I know. Oh god.
Dude, not the.
I need a
Crazy.
Zoms montage so bad right now.
It's just like a
Would you-
45-degree flick.
The
with perfect, like, top
Zomtage?
left, unsavable.
or like backwards flicks that go to the moon.
Pull up the ones, tourney. All right, don't do that.
Right?
Didn't you win?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah.
flexing.
The casual yeah.
of course. I mean, of course. If you have the Zoms flick in your bag, you are not losing. I'm telling you,
True.
Jay.
True.
Jay, teach me how to like do anything else. Listen, I got you. I got you on the Moxie flick. I got you.
All right. Okay. Word.
Alright,
That's it.
alright,
That's it.
alright.
I better see
I
these
mean-
guys in a call later tonight.
Dude, you actually don't know. But all right, it's the one thing I got, guys. Please don't take this away from me. AK, lock in here, twin. I guess we can go over our MVPs.
Yeah, AK, are you ready for
suppose.
MVPs?
All right, so he's got all of us up. That scene is so funny, bro. All right, but we got our MVPs. We're gonna be going over Superstar, and I'm not entirely sure if
And-
this is unanimous. For me, I mean,
It
do
was
I just
completely
pick the feet up?
unanimous again? Our second unanimous one.
Best thing
The
that's ever
GOAT Jay.
happened.
The GOAT Jay, best thing that's
Oh,
ever
shit.
happened.
Oh,
He's our
wait, what? Wait, how is that?
Yeah, he's not
Wait,
even
what?
ready for the award.
That's
he is our
insane.
boosted takes.
I mean,
First
these are
overall
our
for
yeah,
the,
these
yeah.
are all of our personal MVPs. Nothing official, I don't think quite yet. I think Rob is still cooking up his. I don't know
Rob
if
is
it's
still
his
cooking up
list
his.
or it could be a all season type of list. There might be more than just him taking an account. I think they're taking it pretty seriously. So, but for us, if we
me,
had to
yeah.
choose, we
Us
all
three
I think
completely-
chose
yeah.
Jay. Like it wasn't even
We all
close. It was a
chose
Jay.
Jay.
It was a Jay.
Yeah.
It was a Jay
It's
sweep.
Jay across the board.
I
There
appreciate
was
that.
definitely there
Yeah.
was a lot of fantastic players this season. I do believe Superstar was probably the most competitive league. There were so many good
1000%.
teams that could
only
have
two pe-
won.
Yeah.
So many best of seven. So many different potential outcomes that could have happened.
Yeah, the only
Denver Shred were the
three
ones
that we
ended up on
had, I
top.
think, Zombs, me and you were talking. The only three that we had that we could think of off the top of the dome were we had Whitlock, Jay, and Peach. Those were our three. And I think it just honestly came down to whoever went farther in the playoffs. And you guys obviously won the whole thing. And you were a key contributor. Like we all said, like if Jay's not on that team, we don't think they win. So
Yeah.
that was our big thing.
I mean, the one time Jay wasn't on the team, they lost to Hose, so obviously this guy's just a carry.
No, dude, no.
No,
These
see,
guys don't
no.
get enough credit. You cannot be great without the greatness of others, and these guys just
Of course.
elevate anyone you're
Of
playing with, like
Of course.
100%.
So Rage and Lemons might have been in my top 5. All right.
So-
Zero
There's
Glaze.
no bias.
Zero
number
Glaze.
3. You better put me
Zero-
number 3. I don't know what you're talking
Zero
about.
Glaze. Zero Glaze. But
Not even Glaze,
just-
to be honest.
we'll just go over our graphic one last time for the Denver Shred. The champions. Let's go, baby. We got
Well,
Rage. We got Jay. We got Lemons.
Before,
Dream
before they leave,
team.
before they leave, I gotta ask a question I've been asking everyone, and then
Yeah.
then we can kick them out. Then they can go to the curb.
Oh, I see how it is.
Oh,
Moving on. Is there anyone you guys want to shout out? Family, friends, idols, just anyone?
What got you here?
Yeah,
I'll
what
let
got
Jay
you?
go
What?
first. I'll let Jay go first. I gotta think.
Oh god,
Cheesesteaks?
dude, don't put me. Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
listen, those
cheesesteaks, number
cheesesteaks
one.
motivate. I remember waking up for that major, and I was tired. Can I even curse on here? I don't know. I'm just gonna do it. I'm
Go
rolling
ahead.
it. I was tired as shit, dude. I was so tired,
fine.
and I was just so motivated when I looked in the chat, and Rage was like, "Dude, if we win this and you get MVP, I will buy you a cheesesteak." And I was like, "Say less. I'm putting on 8 hours of training right now." And I didn't leave free play until our matches. So
And then
If-
y'all fed off the reverse sweep from my my team.
yeah. So if I shout out anyone, it's
hurt.
Rage.
That hurt.
Most
hurt.
tragic moment of Taz's career.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt.
Most main characters I've ever seen in my entire life. I could not be more proud of the boys.
Also, shout
Thank
out
you,
the plot
boys.
armor. Actually, shout out the plot armor.
Real.
Oh,
Like,
that's crazy.
real.
It
Real.
actually I mean, genuinely, if this was like RLCS, there would have been so many people saying scripted. It looked that crazy at times. Like it was like just time after time after time again, game after game. It wasn't even just this single instance. I mean, there was times before. I think you guys were playing. I don't remember. It was Akron Kings before. You guys were like losing 4 with like a minute left. You guys somehow come back and win the series, and then reverse sweep them or whatever it was. It
Or
was
that
just,
or that
like-
tartan miss.
or the
Oh.
tartan like that just that whole series. It wasn't even just that one
or
miss.
tartan. Tartan
It's like-
kinda
it's
pinches
like
off his
on
back
it-
wall,
It's
goes
like
in front of the
open
net
net
and Jay
into
gets
another
super
open net.
dunked.
It's on the goal line. Like there's so many things you guys do, or it's just like clutch plays where you guys just like wake up in the last minute, come back from 2, and somehow close it out in overtime. So many clutch moments like this throughout the whole season.
Yeah, there it is.
Could
there.
not, genuinely could not have
Hey.
asked for a more perfect. See, I could
Yeah.
not have asked for a more perfect team. You guys made your GM proud. So good job, boys.
Yes, sir.
You're
Got
also
the boy a chip.
super fun
Goat
to
trash.
play with and play against. So
Jay, you
Yeah,
got any
uh,
more shout outs before I go quick?
I think that's it. Honestly,
Only the
Cheesesteak.
cheesesteak. I love it.
yeah, just a shout out Rage, best captain and
Yes.
GM for Zoms, best drafter of all time, and GM. and Daddy.
what about your mid-season pickup after you dropped the EU EU guy?
Dude, I hated that guy. That guy was so
That- that
mean.
was-
I
That
think
was
that's
just
the
like
way I
week
bonded
one.
was hating on Faith. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Dude,
And then
I just
y'all picked up-
remember.
Y'all picked up
I
the
just
farmer.
remember in like
Lemon.
week it was like week 1 or 2, and Rage just like DMs me like never drop Jay. He's daddy. And I knew it was time. I knew it was
That's
time.
That's where the
It's-
Jay's daddy rage
Bro.
status came from.
Yeah,
It's just like from then on out, like I remember just watching your first series. It was like I'm pretty sure you two had 100% goal participation that first week or so. It was just pass shot, pass shot, pass shot. You guys actually looked like Shaq and Kobe. I will never forget those first few streams where I watched you guys play. So, I mean, all season long, and then we just got like the perfect first man to go along with you two. It was just like genuinely could not have asked for a more perfect team. I
Unfortunate
can't glaze
Lemon
anymore.
couldn't
I'm
join us
done
today.
glazing. I'm done glazing.
It's unfortunate you couldn't join us.
If you say so. If you say so. I mean, first I'm gonna shout out my entire team. Lemons, Jay, literally could not have made the championship without the carries. Zombs for being such an awesome GM, drafting Jay, then picking up Lemons after listening to me. And then got a shout out my girlfriend. I know she puts up with a lot of me playing this darn video game. I know she won't see this, but still shout out. I put way too many hours into this game, and I know she knows it. Shout out Fluke. Fluke has been my coach for a while. He taught me a lot, taught me how much to get better. I literally went from a GC1 a year ago to where I am now. Can't believe I'm here. And shout out Tartan. Tartan, this is my biggest shout
Oh
out
my
to you.
God, yeah,
You are an
it's a
insane
sweetheart.
freaking player. You took the loss so much better than I would have personally. You're literally the GOAT. I genuinely believe we should not have beat you guys. You guys genuinely had us on the ropes that entire series. Love you guys so much, San Diego. Number 2 in my heart's not gonna lie. That should have been the finals. But appreciate you
Ow.
guys bringing us out.
Ow. I just got stabbed in the heart. Stabbed in the heart.
Absolutely destroyed. But I appreciate you guys stopping out here on
Yeah.
such short notice and staying us with for us for the good. I mean, we're pretty late here now. I appreciate
Yeah.
you guys once again. So I have no more remarks here. Nothing but glaze, nothing
Neither
but
do I.
love. And I once again I appreciate you guys. Congratulations, going down in CSA as the first ever superstar champions. So that's all for us for tonight. Thank you, boys.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you guys for having
Yeah.
us.
Have a good
Thanks
night.
for coming out.
Have a good one.
All
You
right.
guys are the goats.
Oh, these are the goats.
Rage.
And
Oh shit! I
closing
should have
out the
said this,
night.
but shout out Rage, man. He helped me with a college project. That guy's the GOAT.
I was
Oh.
also there, buddy. Where's my shout
I
out?
remember that. And
Buddy,
Whitlock
you're already
too.
here.
Sorry, he'll
Yeah.
he'll hopefully hear it.
All right.
And
am I
think
good to Dragon Cage?
think we're good to drag Cage in. No cam for him, so it'll
Cage,
make
Cage,
things it'll make
Cage.
things pretty easy for
Cage
AK
does not
here.
have a cam. Yeah, Cage does not have a
And yeah, we just got Cage and Adrian here now. What's going on, Cage? How's your night going?
Pretty good, pretty good. What about you?
cam. Oh, there he is.
Sorry,
Wait,
can you
what's that? Am I good?
run that? Yeah, I think you're good. I think
Yeah,
you're
that's
good. It was a
good.
little muffled, but I think we got you on the mic now. How's your night going? And congratulations once again.
It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. I can't complain.
How you gonna feel after you get that CSA paycheck?
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, my AirPod just died. You said what?
How you gonna feel after you get that CSA paycheck?
I mean, that's $200. You know, I'll put it right back towards my PC because fun fact, my
just
PC's
the
broken. I
loan.
wasn't even playing on my own setup.
Oh,
I
I
did.
remember
I
that.
did. I did hear about that. That is insane. No, this is hop straight into things. Congratulations once again to the whole team. Could not get the rest of the roster on, but I mean, on such short notice, we appreciate you for stopping in here to just talk about your dominant run. I mean, you guys came in as the 11th seed, but looked completely dominant against
Yeah.
Chicago Titans. I know Las Vegas Bandits was a forfeit technically, but that's, I mean, better right too. I mean, you guys, not gonna lie, I don't think there was any team showing up to your standard
No,
from that day.
Yeah, we weren't
Especially
we weren't
showing
really
how
worried
you-
about that team. We plan on facing Toronto anyway, so that kind of came as a surprise.
Yeah, and you guys crushed in the finals. So you guys really did not have really any competition. I mean, even in the stage before you 4-1. So in play-ins and playoff, you guys went a whopping 16-3. I mean, really just stomping out the competition. There wasn't even enough game wins on the other side to beat you guys in one series, let alone all series combined. So what does it feel like to be on such a
They
dominant
went
team?
even better than you just said. They were 16-2.
No, I'm talking about round 1 as well. They went 4.
Play-ins as well.
Yeah.
Where's play-ins?
Play-ins.
Round one. Yeah.
Yeah, so play-ins and playoffs. So they went 16-3. So I mean, even if you put all those losses in one series, I mean, they still wouldn't have lost. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
No.
That's completely insane. I mean, I saw the second your team got formed, it was just a recipe for disaster for the rest of the league. What were the confidence levels like on that team? I know Bryant, he's a funny guy, but what was the confidence like on that roster?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We kind of knew we were gonna win the whole thing pretty easily. You know, playing or what was it, the major? Like we lost round 1
Yeah.
in the major after we got out of
My team.
groups.
I lost to my
And
team.
a big part of that was we did all the math and stuff, and once we realized we were already qualified for play-ins, all lock-in potential just went out the window for us. So we lost game 7 to Toronto. We didn't care because it's like, okay, we're gonna play teams we know we can beat, and then just get to the playoffs pretty easily.
That's valid. I mean,
But I didn't know anything about Nate. I knew Bryant was like a god pickup for us.
Did you know Nate's a doctor?
Yeah, I do.
all right.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think me
no,
and
but
Nick with
Guy
him
makes
for more than
than
5 seconds.
everyone in CSA. He makes more
I
than
don't-
everyone in CSA.
I don't know about that, but well,
You
I'm
never
just
know, there
saying.
might be a
I
sleeper out there.
don't think you can be in a call with Nate for more than 15 minutes without him telling you he's a doctor. But my bad. Love the guy, but I mean, I mean, okay. So you already talked about your ups and downs, but I mean, really the only down was you had a lot of you had not even just before that. I mean, you were on this roster since day one, and there was a lot of roster changes. Originally teaming with Busy, the GM, who I mean, he got really flamed for making that team and dropping down to CSA.
Really?
Do you, yeah, he got really flamed for not only making your roster, but like making the other roster as well. Both teams I feel like were pretty fine. Do you have anything to say to the haters?
I mean, I feel like anybody who thought me and Bryant on a team was gonna be bad is pretty stupid. Like Bryant's a rank A player. Like I'm a very experienced
rank A.
player. I mean, me and Bryant just meshed so well immediately, just because like we've been playing so like competitively for so long. Like we just have like a natural understanding on like how the game should be played, I guess you could say. Which, you know, I'm calling out a lot of people, but most people in CSA play pretty stupid. Like they don't really, you know, they just see ball, go ball, do whatever, hit ball, go fast,
Call 'em out,
and it's
man, call
like
'em out.
it's
Hold
like
on,
me.
hey, drop names.
Name drop.
Like-
Let's hear 'em out.
Dude,
I
oh
forgot
God,
what the
why
team
not?
was, or else I would say. But there's one specific team. But I mean, most of the time in these matches,
Team you played in the finals, not Grand Forks team.
I mean, I gotta cut them some slack. They had a sub, so
That's
But-
true.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They didn't have Rome on their roster. They had Rule playing up, but it really, I'm not gonna lie, that finals match, Geo just needed some help out there. Poor
yeah,
guy.
Gio was really the
Uh,
only one doing anything. Most matches, though, I'd say me and Brian are just sitting there looking at the other team, like, what are they doing? Like, and then even if we lose a game, I mean, y'all saw it. We only would drop a single game in every series because as soon as we lost, we just like, okay, we know exactly what to do to beat this team.
And is there, what was the strategy or preparation going into that last day, going into yesterday? Was it just play your game, or do you have specific strategies for teams, or is it just you're better, play better?
I mean, we knew we were better. I definitely had to like warm up because I didn't even know if I was gonna be able to play Sunday. I had to go to someone else's setup, which caused me like to obviously like play kind of like a nerfed version of myself. Like I didn't feel as good as I do in my own setup. But I mean, I feel like the only team that could have even done any damage was Grand Forks Spartans. So we just expected to just kind of beat everyone really. We don't really have anything we prepare for. I mean, I knew Spartans were playing with a sub like a few days in advance because I mean, me and Gio talk all the time. So we kind of knew as soon as the day started, like, yeah, let's just get this over with. Like, let's go to bed. We got work tomorrow.
It was putting the fries in the bag. The series was that easy for you guys. I mean,
Yeah,
fair
it
enough.
was. I feel like our hardest series was like against Cosmic because he had a sub whenever we played against him, and he was doing pretty well.
Yeah, Cosmic is kind of disgusting. It's kind of hard to go 1-for-1 with him, but I mean, it's the overall team. I mean, it's the fact that you guys don't just have one Cosmic. You guys have two unbelievable, I would say, top 5 players in the league on one team.
Yeah.
And I will say, I hold a little bit of grudge against Busy now. I told him about you. I was planning on picking you up. I was one spot under him, and then he sniped me. I fair enough. He knows ball. But I just want to let you know, man. I will forever be a little bit mad about that. But looking forward to next season. Are you planning on playing next season?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, and if there's a prize pool I'm playing, like, I don't have a reason not to. So
There's a prize pool.
yeah, so I'll probably be playing most likely unless like
Awesome.
I got stuff going on.
So I'm guess. Are you expecting to move up in the draft then? Yeah, you're probably not gonna be going down as far as wherever I was 10. I think you went 10th. I would be surprised to see you fall that far again. Are you expecting to get on another broken roster next season? But
I mean, it's definitely gonna be harder to get a broken roster because like the thing is about me, I'm not like a player that can carry my team if my teammates are bad. So obviously, I'm gonna try to pick out which players I want on my team because I can't do it all myself. It's just like with
couldn't get the
with
job
a
going busy. I know what you mean. Busy, too heavy. I play with him right now.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I don't want people to get the wrong idea and be like, oh, this guy won last season. Like he should be like one of the first picks. Like I'm hoping I fall a little low just so I can get a pretty solid roster under our name. You said what?
It's over. Whoa, AK, leaking the script now. Come on now. Whoa.
What are we doing?
They don't know any of that yet. Come on. We already got the whole entirety of next season planned out. Just so you guys know.
Good thing he's muted on stream.
Oh, he's muted on stream. So I just leaked everything. Fantastic. I'm just joking though. Nice. I know you have your final question, but before we get to that, Jose, do you have anything last remarks here?
I mean, I know you kind of touched up on that topic about like the whole Bryant trade going on, but what was like, and you did say, well, me press Bryant plus whoever just wins. Was that really what you were thinking the whole time, or when that whole like drama was going on with Madison and Bryant, were you like, damn, oh shit? I mean, what are your thoughts?
What drama?
All right, he doesn't even know.
Okay.
I mean,
not care enough.
The thing is, so whenever we got Nate, I didn't realize Brian and Nate were like good friends, which is why like Bryant got or told Busy to get Nate. Me personally, I told Busy once he said we were picking up Bryant, I told him to get Kamikaze from Superstar just because I rate him as a player. And I think him and Bryant would obviously be like broken. But then I found out like Nate's like a lot of people were like downplaying Nate a lot. But Nate plays so well most of the time with us. He's low-key the GOAT. I don't know if any of y'all watched our series against Cosmic, but he clipped on Cosmic. Like Nate clipped on Cosmic, and he's the greatest player of all time. Like 10 seconds in every series.
What did he hit?
So he started air dribble, went up in the air, got a reset. And like that reset, he got a reset instead of touching it and faked Cosmic and another player to score the goal.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, I might need to find that. AK, I'm guessing that's on your stream. Where can we find that? We're gonna have to go back and find that clip.
I mean, Cage, before y'all picked up Bryant, or even you guys said Bryant, was there any like teams or players that you guys thought like, I guess would you consider like in air quotes like rivals, even though y'all were kind of dominant once y'all picked Bryant?
Rivals, I would just say like the only
wanted to beat more than the others.
Yeah, the only team I really want to beat was Grand Forks Spartans, just because like I'm friends with Tox and Geo, and I kind of saw that team. I was like, that's the only team that could even like trouble us, to be honest. So that's the only team I really cared to beat. Everybody else, like I said, there wasn't any like rivalries because we just like we just knew we were gonna
They
beat
all
every
some
team.
bums. They all some bums.
Yeah,
Except the
pretty-
Denver Shred. The
pretty
Denver Shred, they
much.
were a scary team.
The Denver Shred were the scariest team.
They didn't make it far. You can't.
Huh?
All right. He doesn't even know.
It was Ace Pizza and Juju.
Jujuy.
I mean, yeah, that's the team that beat me, Busy, and Eden. Yeah, in the major. That's the team we lost to.
They were
Wait, what
they
were
were
your
low key
thoughts?
nice, but they just had a bad season.
I
Unfortunately.
should have kept my team of subs that beat them.
All right, pipe down.
What were your thoughts when you saw like the Mogi Water super team building? Because we kind of regard them too as like the actual titans or like the goats of MCS right now, especially right now. And I know that team kind of formed. It was kind of like
It was at the
a
same
silly way to
time.
form it, but yeah, they were around the same time, and it wasn't like the most conventionally formed team. There was obviously some controversy around that. Did you regard them as like the Avengers, like we do in MCS, or were you not even worried?
So in my head, once like this last roster change shift happened with me, Bryant, Nate, the Grand Forks Spartan roster, and then Toronto, that's the three teams I consider top three. I had us at number 1, Spartans number 2, and then Toronto number 3. Just because the only player I really rate as like, okay, he's a problem is Mogi. Water's solid, but you know, I just don't see him as much as a threat as like Mogi. So that's like I said, that we expected to face Toronto. So once they got swept, we were just kind of like, okay, what just happened?
Yeah,
Because
Zom's knows what happens.
I definitely consider them a top 3 team in the league. Like looking
What
at
even
the
was his
roster,
name? Manny, what was his name, bro? Like, dude, he was cold.
Manny LVR or
Dude,
something.
Manny played like the best player I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know what was going on that day with him, but he just showed up.
Isn't he supposed to be on like
and
the same level as Cosmic? Isn't he a bubble player?
I don't
I
think
thought that's
I
what
wouldn't
Jug
say
told
it's
me.
similar.
don't think
Manny's
he's
very
close.
good. I think I beat Manny's team with was it with Nezzy and Busy? I remember we faced him, but
I would rate him around the same level as Bryant. I think he's pretty close.
yeah,
to
Manny's very good.
Like, but I'm telling you, on that day, he did look like Cosmic. He was insane. He was actually insane. If the ball was near him, it was actually like the Brian effect. If the ball was going towards goal and he was in goal, it was getting saved. And if it was
Oh, yeah,
going
dude.
down the other end, he just made a perfect touch every time. Like Manny
Dude, Bryant was camping
going
net so hard. You know, he had 4.6 saves a game on average.
I'm not gonna lie. We might be used to that because we also everyone here plays MCS. He does the same thing. He is like actually renowned as like the net stacker.
He's like the
of all
OG
time.
net stacker.
Yeah, he's the OG
Yeah.
net stacker. It's insane.
I mean,
that
I'm not complaining because he's saving
Defensive
like
champion.
he's just saving shots that are just getting sent at the net. It's not even like a threatening shot, but it's just an easy save every time.
Yeah, Burger Bryant too heavy to move from net.
Burger Bryant
just camps out. Burger Bryant, just camp it out in net. He can't move anywhere else if he wanted to. But has
Viewer Zoms, Jose, got any more questions?
I think I'm all done
I'm
here.
also out.
As you want to ask your very last question? We got the graphic up on screen. Congratulations, Akron Kings, for being the first ever world class champions. Bryant, Cajunator, Nate, those are your champions for CSA season
Shout out.
1.
Yeah. And
Last
then,
question here for Hez.
And then Cage, I've been saying it to everyone. I don't know if you have the stream open, but anything you want to say to like any people that like supported you or friends, family who've just kind of allowed you to grind and kept you to like be grinding and all that stuff like that?
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure somebody knows him, but shout out Snipes. That's whose setup I used to win the CSA finals. I was playing on Snipes' setup. I don't know if y'all know him, but shout out Snipes.
No clue, but bless him.
Bless him.
Because if it wasn't for him, I wasn't gonna show up, and Busy would be playing in my place.
Yeah, that would not work out very well.
I think they could have brought it home.
Yeah, shout out Busy.
Yeah, shout out Busy. He realized what needed to happen to win.
He had to take the ultimate fall, like the actual ultimate. Not only did he have to like swallow his pride to drop out of world class, he had to get absolutely, to this day, assaulted by Maintenance Nate. Like he still hears about it every.
He hears about it. Yeah.
It's like you look at a random chat and they're talking about it. I'm like, how is this happening? I think it's slowly settling down now. Now
I saw
that the
people
season's
talking about
over.
an RSC.
Poor Busy, bro.
I think it's slow. I think it's gonna slowly start to fizzle out now that the season's over.
I'm seeing
But
it in other leagues aren't CSA or MCS. Like it was an RSC the other day. I'm talking about it.
yeah, but
I
now
mean,
we're done with the
Busy
season.
did everything for us, bro. I literally just like listened to Busy told me like, "Yo, this is your new team." I was like, "Okay." He's like every time like I all I did the entire season was show up and play when Busy told me to show up and play and who to play with. So shout out Busy. He did it. He did everything.
WGM, bro. Yeah.
Really.
Well, so there might not be keepers in world class, but anyways, there's no. All right, so getting on to things. So that's why I'm saying like Cageinator will probably go a lot higher, and unless Busy gets one of those high picks, he might not even have the chance to get Cageinator. But that's what I'm saying. Like there are no keepers anymore. Otherwise, you could just keep Cosmic and get and like be like the 16th pick, and Cosmic goes 16th, and you get like a duo with him. Like that would just be too broken. All right, so you might need to
Cosmic
to
and
him.
Friends.
But yeah, so you might need to run it back and talk to him. But anyways, I appreciate you hopping on here, Cageinator, at such
No
short
problem.
notice. I have nothing else for us tonight. So
I got no.
last words. What's up, Has? Oh, we can go over our whatever it's called. But I don't know. I guess you could join us, Cageinator, while we go over MVPs. Make fun of us for our selection. I don't really think I had much thought about this. There was really only one player I thought it could be. Clearly,
Is
I
this
was
like
wrong.
a playoffs or all season thing?
This is for us personally an all season thing. I had to say you can reveal him now. Has
Let me see,
I
dude.
had to say Cosmic. I really did. Cosmic was just so nasty. I mean he's a bubble pro. Like he's not even just a bubble pro. He just is a pro. He's been on plenty
Yeah.
of top 16 teams. I think it's pretty much impossible to compete with him. Especially if you're looking specifically at stats and stuff like that. But he did not have the greatest run through playoffs. He did get beat by you guys on their run. So
It was close. It was all 1-goal games. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that was our hardest series for sure.
yeah, I mean it's Cosmic once again, so it's hard to.
For me at least, it had to be the net stacker. That's the bigger man net stacker himself. Brian, I think just deserved it. He came in and he just reshaped this roster. Then Cage and Bryant just became a dynamic duo.
I can agree. I can agree with that. Bryant played really good.
And especially in those finals, I think he was averaging like 680 points, which is
Yeah. It was
pretty
crazy.
insane. I think one of the games he had 900 points. He had 600.
He had most goals per game and saves per game. So
I mean, you got to give it up to him. Fantastic season. I mean, the only reason why I didn't give it to Brian is because he didn't have a long season, but he definitely had a good season for when he was.
I mean, Bryant was also on the franchise I played for, the Las Vegas Bandits. So
yeah, Bryant was playing with Geo at the beginning of the season.
I thought he was an import. I'm thinking of MCS. That's not me.
That duo was so gross. Like, imagine if they got like on a team late season, they would have been so good.
All right. Well,
man, shout out Brian.
Those
he
are our
coaches me. I expect that money back now that he won CSA. I mean, it's just some pocket change. You can just send it over to me, really.
You're right. He coaches you. You coach him back a little bit. One might say.
I mean, true. I literally told him if you do this, you won it. He just listened. All right.
That's true. That's true. That's true. It had nothing else to do with it. But all right, nothing about the Bryant burger. But I appreciate you for hopping on. One last thank you. I appreciate everyone tonight. Huge thanks for everybody. This went way smoother than I was expecting it to. We went on for quite a while. A lot of yap. Appreciate everybody for being such fantastic co-hosts and stars.
Wait, you said what?
Don't spend all that money in one.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta go spend it on a new computer part.
A 1/4 of one PC part. Cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate everyone for stopping in tonight, though. Everyone was absolutely fantastic. I have absolutely nothing else to add on this conversation for tonight. Hope everyone has yourselves a wonderful night, and we will be catching you guys soon. Yeah.
Later.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in us. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out, can't make a stop.